Now let's see if this does a trick. You should be good to go now, man. You should be
Oh, is
good.
this a new room?
Yes.
It
Yes.
doesn't look new.
Refresh it. I started a new broadcast. Refresh, start a new broadcast.
Not frozen, but thinking about being frozen. Joel Comm here in Denver, Colorado, where I am 5230, and that means 5,230 feet above the sea levels. And we're a mile high here. In fact, there's a lot of people here that are higher than that. Yes, Denver, Colorado, the capital of some strangeness and weirdness. I don't do that anymore, though. Like Ringo Starr saying, no, 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 I don't, no more. I think I actually quit that in college a long, long time ago. Anyway, if you want to be able to comment on the broadcast, then you're going to want to go to the official Belive page where this is taking place. And of course, you can like that page as well. And my guest is now looking for the link. So I'm going to send this to him again. Let's see. We're going to copy that so we can get him in here. And there we go. Yeah, a 420 joke, John. That's because that's what we do. There's plenty of them here. And hello, Michael. Hello, Corinder. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Andy. Hello, Brigetti and Fernando. And let's see, Kayla, Michelle, Wade, and the list goes on. We're glad you guys are here. Please do share this broadcast, and we will let the world know that that you are live with us. And I see my guest is coming in here now, and I want to do a brief intro about him. Let me share my desktop screen first so you can see how famous and how unique this individual is. You guys will probably know him from television. He's got his own Wikipedia page. His name is Matthew Lesko, and he is an American author known for his publications and infomercials on federal grant funding. Matthew has written over 20 books instructing people how to get money from the U.S. government. He is recognized all over the place from commercials, infomercials, interviews, and it is his colorful suit that most people recognize. And with that, I want to welcome to Belive Weekly my guest, Mr. Matthew Lesko. Hello, Matthew. How you doing, buddy? Matthew, I'm talking to you. I don't know if he can hear me. Is it that I'm locked up again? Matthew, can you hear me, bud? Can you hear me now?
Is that true? You hear me?
Yes, sir. So maybe he's not aware that he needs to be in the studio. You're not watching on Facebook, are you?
It's not true. You don't hear me yet.
No, I didn't.
Well, for those watching you with me, I'm going to be on the, it's called Belive TV with Joel Comm, C-O-M-M.
Matthew, can you hear me now?
And I'm just waiting. That's what show business is. It's always waiting. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You just show up and wait. It's like the military.
Okay, so I'm going to message him here on Facebook. He knows.
There's a little flash. I guess you did hear me. Not sure. I'm here and speaking. Why don't I hear you?
How about now?
I don't hear you. Are you talking to me?
I am. Yes. I want to put this up.
Someone there? I am in the guest room.
Hey guys, just hang tight. We're dealing with some technical issues, and that's life.
Lorraine, we hear you. Okay, thanks, Lorraine. I don't know if you're with the show or with somebody else just watching. If you're just watching. That's not you should see and hear me. Maybe refresh. Okay. I know everybody says I'm.
see what happens when it refreshes. All right. So
oh, now it's counting down. Well, it's counting down. The team and audience
How
see
about
and
now?
hear you, but I don't
How about
see
now?
the team or audience.
Oh.
Okay, I just refreshed.
Don't see it.
I see live and then something I-60. I see Lorraine is watching me on Facebook. I see stop camera and I see you are in the show. Well, I guess I'm in the show, but I don't hear the show. So if I don't hear the show, I guess I'm in the show, but the show's not in me. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? Where's the show? Oh, it says Joel Com. And I got, I can see you. I can see Joel and Matthew. Somebody says they could see Joel and Matthew, but I don't hear.
Yeah,
why don't I hear Joel? My audio's on.
Okay, so not sure what's going on here. Jeff, can you jump in and help out? I also don't have control over the agenda anymore. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Okay, try it again.
All right, let's see. I'm going to leave you here. Let's see if we can bring him in.
Okay, now I lost the. Well, maybe.
How about now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Do you see me? I don't see anything. But let me.
Yes.
Oh, there. I see Jeff.
Yeah, go on.
Well, Jeff, what's new? You got your pants, I see.
I got my pants on. Yes, I do. I've got my pants on.
Don't want to EEOC. The sexual harassment is big nowadays, so I worry about guys working without pants.
Right. Let me pull Joel back on and see if we can get this going. See if you can hear Joel now. You there?
How about now?
I see. He had to change his pants, I think. Yeah.
How about now?
I see everybody now.
You hear Joel?
Yes, I see Joel. I hear Joel.
It's a miracle.
No, it's Jeff. I mean, Joel.
Praised. All right, Jeff, stick around in case we have any other issues. All right, Matthew.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Well, it comes and goes. I don't know about your life, but up and down, and who the hell knows what works? We're all guessing. That's why I wear the question mark suit. I want everybody to know I'm scared as hell and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, but you do have the ability to just share what's happening and what you know, and you make it look fluid. And let me say what a pleasure it is to finally connect with you. You've got a few years on me, and of course, as I was younger, you were always on TV with hair not quite as white as it is now, but wearing the classic trademark question mark suit. So what a pleasure.
Yeah, well, my pleasure. No, it's the best thing I did in my life, and it's something I always wanted to do since I was 10 years old. I just didn't have the courage in my 50s, and man, it just changed everything about my life. People just treat me nicer. They don't realize I'm still the same asshole inside. They just see the question mark suit and think I'm. It makes people smile. I get free upgrades on the airlines. I get free lattes at Starbucks. Everybody just treats me so nice, just because of the question mark suit. It's amazing.
You wear it everywhere you go, like when you travel?
I got 20 of these upstairs, and I just thinned the herd about 6 months ago, too. I auction them off on eBay and give the money to public libraries.
Okay, so I have to know, what did you do before this whole infomercial and government grant thing?
I'm a geek. I got an MBA in computer science before you were born. So computer science back then was computer was bigger than this room. Yeah. I'm a coder. I was designing databases and all that kind of stuff. And
like COBOL? Were you using punch cards?
Oh, yes. COBOL, Fortran, assembly language. Oh, my goodness, yes. That's why when 2000 came along, I thought, oh, boy, I'll be in demand. They needed all these COBOL programmers to fix the code that was built 30 years ago.
So you pivoted at some point, a massive pivot. What did you learn, and then what caused you to make this pivot to television and infomercials?
Well, it was all about computer stuff was trying to get information at top management. This is when the geeks first started coming into organizations. So some computer programmer, making 10 grand a year was telling some corporate executive making $1 billion a year what the hell to do. I know that's nuts. The person running the show has to just get the information. And so that's what I was trying to do, is educate top management about how important information was. And the problem back then was that information in the computer was boring. It was not what they needed to know. It was handling accounting, and payroll and all that stupid stuff to make an organization run. And top management really had to know about what's going on outside of the country, outside of their organization, because that was like back in the oil embargo. You don't remember that, but that's when
America. I'm a little older than you think.
Oh, really?
just a little, because my first year of computer science in high school, they actually still had COBOL, which is why I knew to ask you that.
I see.
The following year, they got Apple IIes. So
wow.
1978 or 79.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, that's that era. Yeah, but see what was happening, I think all of us that was the first decade we were affected by what's going on outside the organization, not just inside. So this little country called Saudi Arabia just brought us to our knees. Nobody knew where the hell it was even. So I was trying to design management information systems for top corporate management to monitor this. And the computer we didn't have internet then or anything. So it wasn't a good way to do it. And I was really doing the research for it. So on mergers and acquisitions, buying and selling companies, market studies, competitive analysis, all this kind of stuff. And it grew from me to a phone and a desk in Washington to about 30 people or so on K Street. I was like one of those, bandits on K Street, just milking rich people for information that I got for free. Yeah. and that's what I still do. I mean, I get stuff from free from the government and sell it for as much as I can.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to share your website here on screen so people can see this. This is Lesko.com. He's still, got the website. He's still got the same enthusiasm and energy and colorful suits. And he's actually got a member site with some free stuff that you guys can get on here.
I see you're giving away a free. I'm really into the internet too. And in the last, besides grants and, that are great, direct payments, all that stuff from the government, what's going on the internet. In the last 3 years, I've interviewed about 700 people. I have videotape interviews on my YouTube channel. People all over the world that are using crowdfunding. They're using shared economy, things like this to start things. You don't need, why fill out a government form of 300 pages when you could do a website and get more money faster? So educating people about that. And the people who need it most are probably the last to learn about these tools. So I'm trying to educate people now. And what I could do is I have a report that shows you 140 ways to use websites to generate free information. Money, really, money services, whether there's crowdfunding or making extra money or getting free stuff. All these websites that are in the sharing economy. And I'll give it free. I haven't set it up yet, but I just saw your notice. You're giving a free book. So maybe you put Joel, if you go to lesko.com/tutor, I have some downloadable ebooks, and there's one called 140 Ways to Continue Have Money Coming In. So you just look for the title 140 Ways and use the coupon code Joel, JOELCOMM. You know how to spell it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And you could download it for free. And I'll get it's like a 1995 video ebook, and in there it has all the links, and it has probably about 50 videos in there of people using this stuff.
This one right here, 140 ways to
there. Yeah, after we hang up, I'll set that up so they could put Joel Com. And how many days you want that to be? A couple days, or what do you need it?
As long as you want, my friend. I know people will see the replay of this and they love free stuff.
I see. Okay, well then, 3 days? Is that
Sounds good?
Okay.
3 days. You guys go here, click on this one, 140 Ways to Keep Cash Coming and Using the Internet Economy, and use coupon code JoelCom, all one word. He'll get that set up after the show today.
Right. Exactly. Actually, as soon as we go off the air, I'll set that up. But more important, let me give you some places that people don't know about to use government programs, because you're there, you can't pay rent, you can't pay utility bill, you need an extra, $700 or whatever because things are tough. There's a database that people don't know about called 211.org. And instead of going Google, say you have trouble, you're in debt or whatever, and you go Google debt, well, man, you're going to get literally 50 million websites. And 99, 44, 100% of them are going to be people who want your money. These are people making money. That's what Google's about. It's a great way to spend money. You'll find so many ways. But what you won't find are things like 211. You're never going to find that because they don't spend money telling you about it. So you could go to 211 and put in like debt problems or anything like that, and you'll see the only thing in that database, and by the way, you could call them too, the only thing in that database are people giving it out for free. So these are government organizations. These are nonprofit organizations that will help you for free. It's like you want to study coding or something. Why go and pay one of these courses, $12,000 to take a 10-month course or whatever the hell they do on coding? There's nonprofit organizations getting government grants to train you for free. But they're not going to advertise, on Google, and you'll never find the suckers. So that's
so fun. I mean, you have the same energy that you carry with you. Do you ever sleep? Do you ever get tired?
Yeah, I get tired, but it's the information is exciting. I mean, now I'm doing something too that I really enjoy. It's called lesco.com/talk. Where in 15 minutes, I only charge like $1 a minute for this, and in 15 minutes, I could give you 5 sources of free information that will solve your problem. I mean, I just know. So I've written 100 books. Only 10 have made money. Thousands and thousands and I research every day. Like for any business you want to start, I do custom reports out. I'll show you like 200 sources of money right where you live to start or expand any business you want. Like, okay, you maybe do web work or something like that. Who buys more web work than anybody else in the world? It's the government. Okay, now, not only is that cool to sell to the government because it comes forever, but there's grants available to help you find out how to get the contracts. I mean, that's just amazing to me. They're giving away money to find out, so you can find out how to get the money.
So toss one at us. Give us like one thing that you've discovered that you find is working really well for people where they can go after this.
Well, I think if you have anything to do, if you want to, you're doing your own business, you have any kind of beginning business problem, don't hire an accountant, don't hire a lawyer, don't hire any kind of expert who's going to cost you money. Because you could go to someplace, if you go Americas, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org, AmericasSBDC.org. Now that's a free service. They're getting grants from the government to help you start a business on anything. You could even be a freelancer. You could be trying to make money, off of Airbnb on your extra bedroom or closet or something, and figuring out, you don't know how to market it or do taxes or anything like that. They have free help. They'll do that for free for you. And they get grants to do that for free, but they'll never get advertised. So you'll never know. And you go on Google and all you'll find are people who are going to get as much money as they can off you.
Okay. I'm trying to find that website. Say it for me one more time.
Americas, like America plural.
Yeah.
Okay. And then SB as in boy, D as in dog, C, Charlie, and then .org. If you're looking for help, to me, one of the tricks is only contact people that have URLs with .nets it. And they have a thing there. You could find, where's my nearest center? You see that? Find your SBDC? Yeah. And they have, but okay, when you're looking for anything, to find them, you have to only look at .org or .gov. Everything else is going to get money from you. See?
Okay, so I'm looking here. I searched. I live in Denver, and I found the Denver Metro SBDC. Now, what can I get from these folks here?
Well, you call them up, make an appointment, and for free, they come in and counsel you. What do you need?
That's great. Well, I definitely need counseling. I need. If we're talking about therapy,
that's somewhere. You call 211.org for that. Yeah, and they get you that kind of help for free.
I'm going to put that URL up for you guys so you can see that, and you can go.
No, there's two S's there. You just screwed it up. You do need counseling.
That's what I do. See, I need help. I do.
You need help. Yeah.
How about this? Did I get this right?
Joel, let's see. I don't see it yet. SBD, yeah, Americas. Do you see the URL on your computer yet? The original one? And there's two.
It.
Yay!
It only took me the second time to do it, but I nailed it. So, yeah. Matthew, for those of you just joining, this is Belive Weekly. Joel Comm here, and my guest is internet television and infomercial and marketing legend, Matthew Lesko. Matthew, can you stand up, show everybody the whole suit?
Oh, well, I got to stand back. I am standing
up. Wearing pants.
Yeah, but I have jeans with question marks on them.
Yeah, of course. You have everything. Has got. There it is. There it is. Boom. If you guys haven't seen him on TV, then you've missed out. I have a question. How many people do you feel like through television that you have spoken to, that you've reached?
No goddamn idea. I mean, I did Oprah 4 times.
Yeah.
I did Larry King probably 12 times, Letterman a half a dozen or so. God, I don't.
Did you give Oprah a question mark suit?
Oh yeah, no. Sometimes even before then, I've been on Oprah, and with and without question mark suits. Yeah, she's amazing, and she started out in Baltimore. I worked with her before she was Oprah. Yeah, and she has this uncanny, but when she locks in on you, you feel like you're the only person in the world. I mean, she had some kind of special, gift. Her superpower is to be able to relate to people and make them feel special in their presence, in her presence.
And she does that really well, huh?
Yeah, she gives presents too, like cars.
And you get a car, and you get a car, and right. You get a car.
My cars have question marks on them. I got a little Mini Cooper, a yellow one with question marks, and an orange Scion with question marks. Yeah, and it makes people smile, man. Anywhere I go, I mean, cops pull me over and they can't give me a ticket. They just giggle, and it's fun. I mean, and that's it. It seems that in life you have to entertain yourself because nobody else is going to do it. Everybody's so involved in their own goddamn life, they don't care about us. So
yeah.
You might as well entertain yourself.
It's not untrue. So you mentioned that I'm going to give away something, and I am. My new book is called Video Revolution, and it's available on Amazon.com, but I want to give away a free copy. How should we give it away, Matthew?
How do you give away? Okay. Ask them to tell me a source of free information free money or information that I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So you guys in the comments.
Yeah, we got that. I'm an idiot, so I don't mind admitting it.
No, you can't know everything. So right. I'm going to give this away to the first person that types in the comments a source of free money that Matthew Lesko, free money expert, doesn't know. And we'll watch for those. The other thing I want to do is give a quick shout out to a friend of the show. Matthew, you're a big believer in live video. I see you doing a lot on Facebook Live. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm a big believer in branding yourself. And so I use .live. I have Joel.live, and I have JoelComm.live. And as a friend of the show, you can actually go and check for your name here so that you can brand yourself in the .live space. And if you go to Joel20.live and you find a regular domain name that's available, they will give you 20% off in your cart for that domain name. So, for example, let's type Lesko right here. And, it's taken, Matthew.
Oh, who the hell would take it? It's
taken. Well, the good news is I took it. I bought it for you, and I'm going to transfer it to you as my gift to you.
Wonderful.
Before you're like, who took my domain?
That's great. Nobody wants to challenge me, huh?
Yeah, somebody. Come on. Okay, so, nobody's yet said. Again, we're going to give a free book, a free live video revolution to the first person that can name a free money source. Does it have to be government or any free money source?
Why don't you do this? How much money do you think that the government gives out per year per family? Free money. So how much money do you think? So the one that's closest. Okay, how much money do you think the government gives out every year to a family? And it's growing every year, by the way, even with no matter who's in town.
What does this include? Like, give us an idea of what that includes.
Well, it's under 100,000. How's that? Yeah, this is the average per family.
Okay. Okay, so you guys guess, one guess per person.
60,000. Okay.
Are we going to do this the closest either way, or like Price is Right?
How about the closest? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so,
then 5,000.
Get your guess in here. You have 60 seconds.
Free but Bitcoin. That's a good guess. Not yet.
You have 60 seconds to get your guess in. The question is, how much money, what is the average amount of money that the government gives to an American family per year?
Yes, per year.
Okay. So type in your answer, and whoever gets closest to that, over or under, then we'll give you a copy of my new book, which I will sign for you in my own signature.
I said, he has a robo. He does 5,000 of these a year, so he has a robo signature doing this, don't you?
Stamp.
50,000. Well, we got 60,000, 5,000, 10,000, 62,000. Okay, what else? We got 40,000. What else we got? We got another 60,000.
10 seconds to type your comment in with your guess.
Who else? $85. That must be Trump. That's what he gets. 200,000. 209,000. What do we got? $600.
Okay, that's it. We're cutting it off.
Okay.
Right
okay.
What's the
winner is, well, let's see, who's closest? The actual amount is $22,000.
Oh, that might be Lorraine then. Let's see. Lorraine said 25.
Oh, really? I didn't write that down. I don't see that.
Yeah, okay. Lorraine is right here with 25.
Yeah, if you go on letsgo.com/tutor, the link with the free download, you'll see I have for the last 3 years the amount, and it's growing every year. So that's about the average amount that people get, in cash from the government. And it's not just one program or whatever. I mean, there's like 17,000 programs. So that's what I'm trying to do, educate people, because the rich folks know about it. That's why I got tired of hyping rich people. They would hire me and I'd charge them $10,000 to find this stuff. And they didn't need it, and it was no fun. It's no fun helping rich people. They don't need it.
Well, the winner is Lorraine Martinez with a guess of 25,000. You were off by 3. Lorraine, please direct message me on Facebook. Just look for my profile with the little verified mark. Send me a message with your name and your address. I will sign this and get it into the mail to you tomorrow.
Oh, look, they're still coming in. We even gave the answer, and they're still coming in. Yeah, they're not smart enough to put the answer in.
Because everybody wants to play. So, Matthew, what do you think of this platform, Belive TV?
I do. What goes through my mind, I mean, it's neat because you have a lot of editing stuff that the other platforms going live don't have. I'm wondering how much, what I like about, like a YouTube or something, they have a lot of traffic by themselves. Yeah. It was how much, so that's why I'm also looking for traffic, but I see your numbers. You got great numbers already.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of services. I see you doing a lot of Facebook Live, and there's a lot of services that you can go direct from your phone, but there's other services that push to Facebook Live as an afterthought. This is actually created for Facebook Live. It's integrated with it, which is why I can put these comments on screen and put the lower thirds on and create, agendas that let me put this cool stuff on here. So anybody can do this, by the way. If you just go to belive.tv, if any of you are watching this and want to do this, you can create solo broadcasts, interviews, or talk show formats like we're doing right here, where you can have multiple people on screen. There's a 14-day free trial, and then you'll see that the price to use the fully function service beyond that is very reasonable. And the reason that you're here today, Matthew, is that this is the first birthday
here
of Belive.
Happy anniversary! We're 1 year old. We all should be 1 year old. That's when you're curious. The problem is, you get older, you forget to be curious. You think you know all this shit, and you really don't. Nobody knows anything anymore. That's why it's all falling apart. So you just go out and learn stuff and use things like Live, Be Live. Then you could create. I mean, your answer is as good as the best expert nowadays, and that's what people don't realize. And because the best experts want to make you believe that they have secrets, and they don't. They're guessing. They don't know.
Well, I did some math, Matthew. I looked at your Wikipedia, and I know with certainty that you are 74 years old.
Absolutely.
There's no way you feel that, right? I'm 53 now, and I'm 12.
Right, exactly. But actually, in my early 50s, that's when I start feeling, hey, the body starts changing. And at least for guys, I don't know. I guess we go through our own menopause of some kind. It's just different. But it's great, really. And 50s, I mean, that's what I was thinking about, because, everything isn't just push button anymore with the body, But what's great about that is you dig deeper for emotions, and you're able to get so much more out of life because of all that stuff that is on the surface when you're younger gets in the way to get into deeper stuff that is more meaningful in life, and where your relationships can be much more satisfying than ever as you get older. I mean, see, I think that the one muscle that you could use, and grow for the rest of your life, not the one you're thinking of, but it is your heart. I mean, everything else, you can't run as fast, you can't do this as fast, everything, but you could love harder. Okay? And that's one thing you could do for the rest of your life, man. It is just love harder. And that's what's neat about it. Yeah.
You're not stopping. There's no sign of slowing down.
No, I run 4 or 5 miles every day. And when I started, like in my 20s, because I was a fat kid, I grew up at fat, 30 pounds heavier, and running was the only thing that kept it. I don't compete or anything like that. It's just for weight control. And they told me, 20 years, that'll be it. Your knees will be gone and stuff like that. No, I'm running faster now this year than I have in 5 years. I don't know what happened. It's just, you just listen to your body. Your body tells you. It's the experts. You want to use them when necessary or how, but what's best for you. Yeah.
Matthew, do you still do any television, or is the internet just, such an opportunity that there's no need to?
I wish that was true. I made so much money off of television. But no, I mean, I'm a has-been on TV, and I'm old news. I can't compete anymore with that, what they're after, what I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I would think that people still would want to know how to get free government money.
I think so too. Somebody call them. But what I like now, before, like selling millions of copies and everything, now I do a lot of research every day. I mean, I'm researching every day, finding new stuff. I help people individually every day, like on lesco.com/talk. I mean, that is so, like a lady last night called up and she needed help with her mom, who's 80 years old, and her house is falling apart. She's moving to Vegas and needs a job and way to income. So really, like in 15, 20 minutes, I could show her programs, in Palm Beach where her mom is, not only to fix up her house, but even to get a new house. Almost nothing, and what to do. I mean, she get trained. She was a woman that didn't finish college or whatever. Well, we have training programs now where you can get up to $8,000 to train for almost any career you want.
Where do you find that?
Pardon me?
Where do you find that?
That's through your Department of Labor at the state. That's a state Department of Labor program. It's federal money that goes to the state, then goes to the county. So what you really want to find is your county career one-stop. And that's the place to do. So if you Google like Montgomery County, Maryland, career one-stop, you'll probably find where that is. You call, make an appointment. You got to beat on these people. I mean, they don't see, they're bureaucrats, and it's always good to go in live. Don't try to. Everybody tries to do everything on the internet, and you're just a digit. You're not a person. And
so I pulled this up. I did a search as you recommended, and I ended up at dllr.state.md.us, Maryland's American Job Centers, Workforce Development and Adult Learning.
That's it. Now, you have to find is your local office. Look on the left-hand side, there probably is a local. But all these, see the federal, they get money from the feds, then they give it to there's the county. See the state?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so their county, you click on your county, and it'll be there. But they'll never show up in Google. You'll put getting a job, and you'll never get it.
That's why this information has always been so valuable, and that you've always brought so much value to people.
The question marks are, you got to know questions to ask. If you're asking how do you get a job, you're not going to get it. You're going to get millions of people want to sell you how to get a job.
Well, Matthew, as we get ready to close out today, just on a personal note, would love to know, when you're not on and teaching this stuff, what do you like to do?
I teach this stuff or study it. I don't do much else. I have very few friends. I have a family, a great time. I love helping people. I used to play golf, and that's really boring. I used to do it for therapy more. You have to get there. I didn't like playing golf, but just on the practice tee, because you could only think about trying to hit that sucker.
Yeah, little ball, small hole, long.
Right, exactly. So, no, I don't. Exercise is fun, and really trying to open your heart to love more in life. I don't think there's anything more important. And maybe that's just an old fart talking.
No, I think it's legitimate.
Yeah, but people, if I was younger, I wish I knew that shit. Yeah.
Well, we don't know when we're younger. That's why it takes experience and time and struggles to get.
Don't worry about getting old, man. It's fun, man. You don't have to worry about all that crap you're worried about at 20. Yeah. I mean, just think when you were in 7th grade, all this stuff you're worried about. By the time high school, you forgot all about it, right? Who cared? And it keeps getting that way. You learn how to do stuff that's not needed anymore.
Well, you're a delight, Matthew. Thank you so much for seeing it through today, for joining us. Any last words for people out there in Belive land?
No, I mean, just don't believe the experts. Go learn yourself. It's all out there, and try it. Just don't spend money learning. You don't have to anymore. You just find a free way to do it. Try it, fall on your ass, and try something else.
Fantastic. Matthew Lesko, everybody. Give him lots of love. Make sure you follow his page here on Facebook, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
A free one, too. Let them know that they, Lesko.com/tutor, and that 140 if they want it free. I'll put that up right now.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead and type that in the comments. Lesko.com/tutor. The code is JoelComm, JoelComm. Let me show you guys the book one more time. Let me get back to that page. I have so many pages open here right now. That's not it. Hang on. Lesko.com/tutor. There it is. Let me put this up for you guys and show you where you want to go. So on this page right here, scroll down, click this book, 140 Ways to Keep Cash Coming In. It says $19.95, but click on it, put it in your cart, and then use coupon code JoelComm, and Matthew's going to let you download it for free. So very generous of you.
Hey, you got 3 days.
3 days. Make it happen. Thanks, Matthew. Take care, my friend.
You get steak knives with it, too.
We'll see you later.
Take care. Thanks.
How fun is that? 74, still going strong, sharing value and information, helping people out. And thanks, Matthew, for being with us today. What a great birthday celebration. Now, let me prep you for what happens next, because I see the powerhouse that is in the room here. I do. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is, even though we've got a few minutes left, we're going to banter here for a minute. I'm just going to bring her on right now because her energy is already effusive. It's coming through the screen. It is the one and only Molly Mahoney.
What? Hello. OMG, I'm so excited. And that's the one thing I say never to say, but I'm freaking out. Is this working? Are we here? Are you Joel Comm?
Yes, I'm here. And I've got my fidget spinner, so I'm good. I also have my cubing thing that I play with, and I have my where is it? My Bitcoin.
Let me see what I have. I'm hiding
not real.
in a coffee shop.
It's
not a real Bitcoin.
No.
What do I have? I'm hiding in a coffee shop. I wonder if I have a robot in my bag.
Ooh, show us. This is like, let's make a deal. Do you have a little robot?
I do have my microphone, which I love. Did I take my robots out of my bag? How sad. That's okay. I have a tripod.
Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us for this Belive Weekly. Thank you for sticking with us through the weird technical difficulties we had. Thanks to Matthew Lesko for being with us today. Happy birthday, Belive.tv. The best is yet to come. I know a little bit about what's going to happen next year, and it's going to be all up in your live business. It's going to be good stuff. So I'm going to turn the show over to the one and only Molly Mahoney. See you guys on Joel.live Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific. Got a great guest coming your way. Until next time, do good stuff. Molly, it's all yours.
Thank you, Joel. Man, how great was that? Please comment below. Let me know if you can hear me because, like I said, I'm in a coffee shop. I've toured all over Oregon to make sure that I could be here with Wi-Fi. And I am just delighted to be here. What we're going to be talking about today is, first of all, obviously, happy birthday. Ooh, look who's in the house. The amazing John Leslie Brown is here. He's actually going to be joining me soon if we can get the technology to work, which is going to be so cool. We want to make sure that we say happy birthday to Belive. I have some cool things to do for the birthday. And today what we're going to be talking about is how to make more genuine, real human connections using technology and automation. So the main tools that I'm going to be talking about today, technology and automation wise, are Facebook Live, obviously, and messenger bots. So some of you may have received a little message from us today, and you may know our famous Belive bot here at Belive.tv. I'm going to bring him up in a second. I love seeing you. Audra says that she's in Portland. Hooray! I know I really am whispering, but I'm in a coffee shop. Can you hear me? I usually talk so loud. Elaine, hello. Okay, for those of you that I don't know, it's so good to see so many faces that I love and know. Helen, Corinne, hello. Yes, Rockasili. I love it. Okay, so for those of you that I don't know, my name is Molly Mahoney. I am a camera confidence coach and a Facebook Live ninja. I have a weekly show here at Belive TV, and I also help with the bots, so the messenger automation. And I know that sometimes people get super freaked out when they think about this technology so bots, if you don't know what that is, it's a way to actually use your Facebook Messenger as an automation tool so that you can create one-on-one conversations with literally thousands of people at once. And yes, Raven, I saw that you gave a shout out to Mr. Les Brown, and John Leslie's going to be joining us in about 15 minutes. Les Brown might be coming on too. We'll see if they're together and if we can get all this magic to work, which is going to be really fun. And yes, I'm so thrilled to be here. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, so we're going to go quick because we don't have much time today because we are blasting through loads of amazing information. It's so cool. And I love that I'm able to come to you from this little coffee shop and make this happen. I love it. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so focus. Molly, focus. Share this video so that we can get even more people on, because I really believe that creating more human connections with technology is something that this world needs. It's not just a fun thing to do. It's something that is actually vital to our existence as human beings, because people can take these tools and use them inappropriately, and then we can all be turned off by them. But really, there's some super killer strategies. I'm going to share 10 strategies with you today so that you can use these tools to make more human connections without being a salesy weirdo, right? Yes. Corinder says that he saw me live in an airplane. You can do this anywhere. Okay. Happy birthday, Belive. And I want to give you a little gift. So I have 2 gifts that I'm going to give you, actually. One is we took our bot, Mr. Belive, and my good friend Mary Smith had given him a hard time because she says that he's not that handsome. So he had a little facelift. This is our Belive bot, and I want to show you the facelift. Ready? Here he comes. What? Look at how handsome he is. He grew a mustache, he grew a top hat, and he says, happy birthday to me. So I'll give a little bit of a song just for you, Mr. Belive bot, because I'm in this coffee shop, and here's my microphone. Okay. Happy birthday to you. How grateful are we for this amazing tool and all of the fantastic, real connections that it's brought into our lives? If you're grateful, comment below with the word grateful. I'm so grateful. I did my first Belive broadcast on October 14th last year. So before it was even born, I was able to get in as a beta tester, and it's literally changed my life. So Daniel, Safrir, Jeff, Joel, Rachel, Ross, Mari, all of you who are involved, the whole team at Belive, Tina, Stephen, April, all of you, I'm just so grateful. And I know you are grateful as well, everyone who's watching right now. So, okay, so what we're talking about is more human connections. And this is something that's like a really big topic. I have 10 bullet pointed things that I'm going to go through in the next 10 minutes right before we bring on John Leslie Brown and maybe his papa, Les Brown. And you're going to be so inspired by them. So I'm going to go through these tips, these 10 steps to having more human connections using technology. And then I also want to let you know that I actually just right now set up a bot so you could experience how this works. So if you comment below, we're going to see if it works because I haven't actually tested it. But if you comment below with the words bot me, you should get a message from our friend Belive Bot, the little handsome bloke over here. He should send you a message. And then if you reply to his message with the word birthday, you'll get access to the Belivers Facebook group so that you can really become a part of this community. You'll also get access, if you've never tried Belive before, you'll get access to a free trial for Belive TV. This awesome, thank you, Beth, Donna, yeah, Melissa. You could access, Alyssa, Elisa, if you can do it 2 words, bot me, 2 words. Oh shoot, I should change that. I'm going to add it and make it bot me as 1 word. Let me know if you guys get that message from Belive Bot, because you'll be able to get access to the Belivers Facebook group. You'll be able to get access to Belive TV if you've never used it. Ooh, it looks like it's working. And then make sure that you reply to him with the word birthday. I'm going to add bot me as a real word also. Okay, so I'm actually explaining to you how to do this, and I'm showing you how we're going to make more human connections. So what this does, when this automated feature sends you a message, you have to reply to it so that it's like you're having a conversation with our robot named Belive Bot, right? It's going to send you a message, and then you have to reply to that message with the word birthday. When you replied with the word birthday, you'll be sent another message that will give you access to the Belivers Facebook group where you can join our awesome community. It will give you access to the free trial of Belive TV if you've never used it before. And you'll also have a way to connect with me a little bit more and learn even more about all of this. And you just click on the little button. It says that it sent the message to 23 of you. So we have to remember when we're using technology like this, let's see, when we're using technology like this, it's crazy, right? Especially at Belive, we have, thousands and thousands of people who are using this tool at once. So my first rule is always that you want to make sure that you recognize that this is all magic. I'm going to check it one more time. It says that 32 of you have received the message. So if for some reason you're not seeing that message, all you have to do is go over to the Belive page, which you're already on right now. So when this broadcast is done, hop over there and just send a message to Belive that says birthday, and you'll get all the information. Okay, we're going to go on because, like I said, I just set it up right now, and I'll come back and check with you. Today's like a crazy technical day, right? Okay, don't worry about it right now. We're going to go on. So Belive Bot, go away. And later on, if you want to get access to that stuff, just send a message to us with the word birthday, and it will send you everything. Okay, so first of all, we have to remember that you are speaking to real human beings. So sometimes when you go live and you see the little number next to you, I know one woman said to me once, man, when I go live, sometimes it goes down to like 84 people watching live. It's such a bummer. And my response to her was, 84 people? Are you kidding me? That is a human. Those are 84 humans. So even if you see a 0 there, remember that the power and the repurpose is huge. And so we have to make sure that we step back and recognize, even though we're speaking to like a little weird camera right here, you are actually speaking to a human being. And you have the potential to change someone's life. So pretend that people are there and then do some repurposing. So comment below with the word human and let me know if you're going to agree to recognize the fact that you're speaking to a human. Okay, next is, we're going to do this little exercise super quickly. Many of you know this exercise, but you have to remember that you are a human as well. And sometimes we get so focused on what we have to offer in our businesses that we forget to bring our own human aspect into this, right? So we are going to do this exercise called the Quesadilla of Awesome. And the Quesadilla of Awesome is where you take everything that you offer in your business and you put it as far away from you as possible. Even if you're in a nonprofit, like whatever your mission is, put it as far away from you as possible. And you're going to look at you as a human being. Comment below with the word quesadilla if you can spell it. If you can't spell it, just write cheese. Okay. What this is that you're going to make a list of 20 things that make you a uniquely awesome human. Share this video because this is important. So share. Yay. Ooh, and you guys can be entered to win if you tag Jeff. If you're there, comment below and let us know exactly how to be entered to win some of these free gifts. And then I'll make sure I shout it out. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so on this Quesadilla of Awesome, you're going to make a list of 20 things that make you a uniquely awesome human being. They cover these 5 categories: your skill sets, your activities, your appearance. So the activities that you love, like knitting, crocheting, hiking, your appearance. You have to love something about your own appearance if you come on camera, because otherwise your gremlins are going to take over and take you down, right? Your appearance, your values. Man, I love that interview that Joel just did with Matthew, and he talked about how we can love harder. We can definitely love harder. And in my business, I always celebrate joy and kindness. Here at Belive, we celebrate the community, right? And the ability to really bring yourself to the camera and share your goodness with the world. And the final thing is, yay, thank you. The final thing is things that you like to eat. So if you can talk about things that you like to eat and connect with other people about things that they like to eat, it's an easy human thing to connect with, right? So when you're doing your videos or you're sending out bot broadcasts, instead of, yes, always sending out things that are related to your business or the services that you have to provide, send out something about love, send out something about joy, send out something that's like, hey, I'm eating this amazing quesadilla. Oh, there's a fly. Okay, so the more that you can really celebrate those things that make you human and really be your natural human self on camera and with your automation, the better. And the more that the people who are experiencing your messages from the other side, there is a fly in here. Okay, your messages from the other side, whether it comes via video or it comes via messenger automation, the more human you can be, the better. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work to set that time aside and really develop that. So we call this the Quesadilla of Awesome. Part of my Quesadilla of Awesome is that I talk really, really fast. So that I can get through all of this content in the next 5 minutes. Zeph is in the house, what? And that's where you're going to be able to connect with people. Melissa wants to be the fly on the wall here. Melissa, come join me. Maybe that's you. Okay. So yeah, so you want to, everyone has something that makes them uniquely awesome, even if it's just you make an amazing quesadilla. So celebrate that, the unique things about you, and find out the unique things about other people that you're connecting with. All right, Zeph, this is a shout out to you actually, because Zeph talks on her broadcast today. She talks so much about knowing your why. And I say, if you are using this stuff all the time, it's easy to get removed from the human aspect and get stuck in the technology and the numbers and the sales. So check in with your why on a daily basis. Check in with your why. Know why you're doing this. All right, the next step is know exactly who your ideal client is, not an avatar. I say this all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it because it's so important. Forget about your demographics when you're doing this. Speak to that ideal person, the real human being that you want to be speaking to. Yes, Alina says, know your why. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh. Mary Ann is eating an amazing homemade pizza with no pepperoni with avocado and cucumber salad. I'm coming over. All right. Oh my gosh. Linda just shared her quesadilla of awesome. Okay. Okay. So I love that Belive lets us bring comments on the screen, but this one's going to be a bit too big. Watch. Oh, it didn't. Wait, hold on. Oops. Okay, so know your ideal client. So if you guys want to go ahead and comment below with the name of the person who is your ideal client, put them in the comments down below. Okay, John Leslie, if you are getting ready to come on, I just want to make sure that I see you in the right spot. So John Leslie, go ahead and hook your camera up and I'm going to keep an eye out for you. All right, so then next is one-on-one interaction. So I did an awesome podcast interview with the LMS podcast, and Chris, I asked him for one tip to give, and he said, and I love this, he said, do things that don't scale. This is all about developing a one-on-one interaction with your audience. So every time, John Leslie, see, he's right there, he's answering me, and he says, okay, right? So every time, yes. Debbie is being a fast listener to keep up. I love it. So every time that you are doing this, you want to think about the fact that usually people are experiencing your messages. If they're automated messages via bot, if it's seeing you on a Facebook Live video, they're seeing you by themselves. They're not seeing you in a big group, right? So we want to be speaking to one singular person. And all the strategies that I teach in my courses over at my business is called The Prepared Performer. And I have online courses, I have group coaching, private coaching, everything that I teach there. We now use messenger automation and ways to repurpose these videos. Like Hanny Mora was on here and I love his tools. We use these crazy tools. And all of it started with a technique that does not need to scale. So instead of saying click the link, when you say comment below with the words bot me, and you should be getting a message from us. We'll see if you do. When you say comment below, right? The way that I used to teach this was that I would come back and I would respond to every single person individually. And sometimes people would look at me and they'd say like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And I'd say, yeah, do you want to have a business? Like, we've gotten so trained to know that we have the internet and these magical abilities to do a big launch and affect thousands of people that we forget that we're actually speaking to a real human being. Right? Yes. So this is something that we want. Wade says, bot me, boom. Oh yeah, comment below with the words boom. Do fancy things happen? Can someone take a screenshot of this video? Because I really want to see what it looks like because I know there's all those cool things happening. Okay, so if you can really focus on one-on-one connections in all of this, and then when you're able to add the technology, this technology allows you to take those one-on-one connections and multiply them. But we can't get to a place where, well, it's really easy. We can slip down that slope easily, but we want to make sure that we focus on staying in that space of making one-on-one connections. Okay, yes, oh my gosh, I love it. Do fireworks go off when you say boom? I think it's cool. Okay. I think that's what's happening. I'm not sure. Ooh, let's make sure we share this again. I'm going to do a quick recap. But so for people who are joining in, I'm going to go back to the beginning really quick. We are talking about connecting and making real, genuine connections with real human beings because it's Belive's birthday. And I believe the messenger bots get a bad rap because people use them inappropriately. And really what we need to do is recognize that they are amazing tools that allow us to connect more with the people that we really can be making a difference with, right? And I'm not only here to make a difference in your business and your life, I'm here to allow you to help me to make a difference in the world. So in my business, I talk a lot about the fact that joy is the most important thing. I use the hashtag stand for joy because I firmly believe that we can use joy as a form of activism. And so when people like Irene, who I didn't give a shout out to yet, but Irene is so amazing in helping us to get our messages out there at Belive TV. It's a way for us to help you to be more yourself and really get your message out into the world. And I believe we're making a huge difference by doing that. Okay, the next tip is give them choices. You want to give your audience choices. So you'll notice in most of the broadcasts that you've seen from us at Belive, today we didn't because it was kind of a different day, but usually when we send out a broadcast here, we give you choices to join us live, to join us in the replay, or to say no thank you. It's not something where you want to force your stuff on your audience. You want to give them a choice. So give them options and let them, like, who was it? Monique said earlier, like a choose your own adventure book. Let them choose to join you, right? Okay, next is celebrate individuals. So as you're here, I can celebrate Linda well, where'd you go? I lost it. The comments are so fast. Shoot. Linda Sunshine West is my amazing chief officer of joy. And over at the Prepared Performer, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. She goes live all the time. She sings happy birthday to everyone every day. She's gone live for like 400 days or something singing happy birthday. So when I pull her up and I celebrate her, which Belive right now is the only platform that does this, it's so cool because I'm able to give her a little bit of a spotlight, right? I'm able to celebrate her. And then in turn, she's like, oh my gosh. I mean, obviously Linda and I know each other really well, but imagine if that was a stranger that I'm working to connect with. Like, let me find, I know so many of you, right? I know so many of you. Hooray. Yes, Danielle says, this is so awesome. Yes, everyone loves choices. So if I shout out Danielle and I celebrate her, maybe I'm going to ask her, like, Danielle, comment below and let us know what you do in your business, or let us know what your why is. At the Camera Confidence show that we do here every Wednesday at Belive, I love to have the community come together and share their own opinions. And the more that we can celebrate our audience and the opinions that they have, the more that one-on-one connection will continue to grow. Okay, now This is a big one. Dedicated connection time. So this is where you want to go into Facebook groups. Facebook groups are the easiest way to do it, but I actually set aside time. I'm getting better at getting back to it again, but setting aside time either every day or once a week to literally just jump in and connect with people, not trying to sell something, not trying to get them to opt in for something, but offering value. I'm a part of the eWomen Network, and we say lift as you climb. And it's such a great way to get to know people. Yes. Corinder says, correct. Yes. Oh my gosh. Linda has gone live more than 750 days in a row. How's that even possible? You're crazy. Yay, Patty Watson. Hooray, hooray. I love it. Okay, I'm checking to see if, okay. John Leslie's trying to sign in. John Leslie, if you're there, make sure that you're on Chrome, and that link that I sent you should work. Okay. So you want to make sure that you can really set aside time to connect. It seems kind of contrived or forced, but we get so busy and we get so focused on our own. So come up with the word connect if you're going to commit to setting aside dedicated connection time. We get so used to just scrolling through our newsfeed and seeing the things that Facebook wants us to see. But, throughout with the algorithm and all that. But we want to set aside that dedicated time. And maybe you make a list. Like if I want to be connecting with other live streamers, I'm going to make a list of Zeph, Jeff, Linda, right? Valentino, my favorite live streaming dog. Corinder, I'm going to make a list of those people, and I'm going to dedicate time to go connect with them. It's like going to a networking event, but doing it from your own home. Okay, the next one is recheck the repurpose. So here at Belive, sometimes our ManyChat account gets disconnected because we have like bajillions of people who are in our community. And so it's a lot for technology to handle. So you want to make sure that when you say comment below in your videos, you come back and check on that. There's some really cool ways to make it a little easier. Like my amazing client, Kayla Vetter, was on earlier today. And she was like, oh my gosh, Molly, I don't know how I'm going to go back and find all those comments from people who commented during my show. Kayla, I'm going to help you with that because there's ways that you can streamline this so it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You want to recheck the repurposes. If you just share all these videos and, do ads and send this stuff out into the world and you don't check back in, right? Yeah. And Steven, Tina, and Hanny are so great at their repurposing tools and all of that, but you want to make sure that you go back in and recheck. Like when I first started using repurpose, I had the setting wrong and I accidentally published every single video on my personal page to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, what? It was totally my fault, but I didn't check it. I turned it on and I walked away, and like 5 hours later, all the videos had published. So these tools are powerful, and we need to make sure that we check on them as humans, whether it's you doing it or a team member, recheck the repurpose. Okay, and number 10 is share and solve. So as much as you can, really share about your own life. I know we've talked a lot about story, which is so great. Share this video, right? Share from your own life, share your own story, and make sure that you know that ideal client and that you're solving problems for them. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? John Leslie, I'm going to do something totally crazy if we can't get this to work. John Leslie, if you're still there, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to call you on Facebook chat and you can just join in like from my phone. Okay, the next, I have a little bonus tip for you, which some of you are going to love this one, which is get off your dang computer and go to live events. And the coolest thing for me is that when you use this Facebook Live tools, when you use Belive, where you can actually bring yourself onto the screen, you can bring yourself into the homes of the people who really need you. You can, celebrate those people who are there. Yes, it's all, yeah, and you give strong call to actions like commenting below with the words bot me, or go ahead and where you'll be able to get more access to the Belivers community, a free trial of Belive TV, and also a little bit more support from me if you'd like it. Then when you do those things, when you really share and solve people's problems online, when you step offline and you meet people in real life, whoa. Because you walk in the door and people are like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known you my whole life. I feel like I've had all these conversations with you because you're treating it like, let's go back over that again, a one-on-one interaction, right? A one-on-one connection. So, okay, I'm going to check these messages really quick because we're supposed to be getting our friends in here and maybe it's not working. John Leslie, can you still hear me? Okay, so good. Oh no, we lost our, see, okay, it just happened again right now. I rechecked on our ManyChat account. and we lost the connection. So I'm refreshing the connection. We sent out like 20,000 messages today, and there's been so much interaction here that sometimes we break the internet. So go ahead and comment below with bot me again if it didn't work yet, and it should be working now. I just refreshed it. Okay, so we're gonna do a little recap of all of this. Ooh, there's comments here. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm multitasking like a cuckoo bird. All right. Yeah, John Leslie. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, John Leslie, is I'm going to call you on, can I call you on like Messenger video chat? He says he's on Chrome, but it's not working. I don't know. What's it doing, John Leslie, when you're trying to jump in? We have 7 minutes left. So let me know what it's doing. And I'm going to actually call you on Messenger if not. Okay, so I'm going to recap this, then I'm going to try and figure out how to get John Leslie in here. All right. Actually, yeah, because it should be that link that I sent you, but let me just try and send you one more link again, John Leslie, and see if you click this link and then you connect your camera. Sending it to you again. It should be the same one, but connect your camera and we'll see if we can bring you on here. Okay, boom, makes all those fireworks go off, which is so cool. Okay, yeah, so John Leslie, when you click on that link, it should show you. Actually, do you guys want to see if we can screen share and we can make this a learning moment? Because that's my favorite thing to do. Okay, so when you run into like weird technical things, it's an awesome way to be able to show your audience how to handle things when things get kooky. So I'm going to screen share. Yes, it's working. Amazing. Hold on, I'm going to pull up the screen first. So John Leslie, I'm going to show you right now how to join in by joining into my own broadcast. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, I'm coming back over to Belive. I'm going to screen share. Oh, John Leslie's here. It worked. Yes. Okay. For those of you that don't know, John Leslie Brown is one of the most amazing motivational speakers you will ever encounter. John Leslie, can you turn so there's more light on your face? He is Mamie Brown's grandbaby boy. He is going to bring you so much joy. He is running for governor of California, which is like crazy. He has this amazing program where he helps people to learn via their lenses. He's just like such a ball of energy and joy. And I'm going to bring him on right now so that he can share some awesome with you. Here we go. Ready, John Leslie? Here you come. Hey, you're on. You're live. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're live.
Hello.
Hello, you're here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, John Leslie, we're talking about making more human connections. And, you know, we've talked a lot about technology and how crazy it is and how awesome it is and how powerful it is. But if you were to give some tips on making more human connections, we went over these 10 steps, which I know you were here and heard them. What else would you have to say? We've got 5 minutes left. So I'd love to just share the screen with you and let you kind of jump in and share some tips about making more human connections.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I think right now, the first thing to keep in mind is that community is the new currency.
Yes.
Community is the new currency. And everyone, we were not put here just to go through our lives by ourselves. And we were put here to be a part of a community. And so the question is, I love the fact that you talked about the human touch, because it reminds me of the fact that we are human beings, not human doings. And
ooh, so good. Right being down below in the comments below if you agree.
yes, we are human beings, not human doings, as my sister Ona says. And one of the things to keep in mind is that the old system of doing business, we moved from a brick and mortar business to a click and order economy. And when you have a leader like Molly sharing her tips, what you're doing is you are the magician that shows where the rabbit hides under the hat. Okay, you are showing how the lady hides in the little cupboard before she gets cut out, and what you're showing is how to build social influence. And you cannot build social influence by looking at people in numbers. You cannot build social influence by just thinking about how you're going to serve yourself or reaching your quotas. You've got to look at people with the customized approach, and you've got to be able to lead them from where they are to where they need to be. And in order to do that, you have to realize that each and every individual, they have an individual calling, and how your voice and your story can make a difference in their lives. Sorry,
Yes, and
Molly.
so much of that is no, that's so good. It's so much of that is about listening as well, right? Not just so often we get like caught up on our own strategies or our own mission or whatever, and we forget to listen to the people that we're speaking to as well, and finding out how we can really solve their problems and really meet their needs. Yeah.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. I think for me, I have had some great mentors. I mean, you don't always understand their advice. And it's so important to get to the fundamentals. So that human touch is important. And looking at how we can expedite the process of putting systems in place for your business. What you are sharing, you're giving people the ability to have predictable results. You know, and when you have predictable results, you know what comes first. What comes first? Humanity is first. Humanity. And if you're not doing something that truly serves humanity, if you're doing something that's not all about empowering the people, then you don't understand the times that we are in today. And so, if you want to be an influencer in the future and help mold the direction that our society moves, we've got to get back to the people and understanding the importance of using these tools to bring us closer together instead of making us feel more isolated. That's so important.
So what would you say? We have 1 minute left. I'm not going to do a recap, but you can go back and watch the replay if you want to get all 10 tips that will help you to use technology and automation to really connect with more human beings. John Leslie, I know that so many people are afraid. They're afraid to share their voice. They're afraid to speak out. In 1 minute, if you could share a tip about how to summon the courage to be able to share your story with the world so that we can make more humanity, human connections and make humanity important, what would that be?
Yes. Feed your faith and your fears will starve to death. Okay. Right now, people have so many fear storms and they're risk averse. They're afraid of speaking out. See, we've got a freedom of speech, but so many people have a fear of speaking out. You got to use your voice to make a difference and remove that fist of fear from your heart and use it to make a positive difference in this planet, just like Molly Mahoney, my dear sister from another Mr. and Mrs.
I love that so much. So feed your faith and your fear will starve to death. Man, so true. Thank you, John Leslie, for joining us today. This was so awesome. Please share this video. There's even more magic coming at you. And John Leslie, where can people learn more about you?
Yes, you can check more about me at leaderlenses.com. Leaderlenses.com. You can find out more about how you can be a leader in your area with your topic, and we're bringing fashion tech into the marketplace.
It is. These leader lenses are so cool. It's really amazing. I feed your faith and your fear will starve to death. You have a message. It is time to go live. It is time to be heard. And when you're ready to really ramp it up, add some of these amazing messenger automation tools, including messenger automation like our handsome, have you seen our Belive bot? Let's bring him up one last time before we take out. Here is our Belive bot, John Leslie. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to send you out. John Leslie, you're amazing. Go to leaderlenses.com to learn more about how you can feed your faith and your fear will starve to death. All right. Are you ready for what is going to happen right now? I'm going to cry because I'm so overwhelmed with how awesome this community is and the magic you are about to experience. We are going to go, I believe, behind the scenes with the creators of this awesome tool. Maybe we will even get Safrir to sing to us. Safrir might be mad at me if I say that. Daniel, should I bring you on? I can see you there. Daniel, should I bring you on? Okay, let's bring on the amazing Daniel Mayer. Straight to your screen. Yahoo!
Yo!
You're here. Yo! I love your balloons.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Molly, how are you?
I'm so great. I'm so great. This is the best day ever. I can't believe it's been a year. You've totally changed my life, and I know you've changed the life of so many other people here. So thank you for all you've done and for all you continue to do.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're so grateful. We found you, and now it's a relationships and really like friends. So thank you for being
Yeah.
so awesome. And the chief of bots of Belive, you are rocking. Thank you for everything.
Did you see the little facelift that Belive Bot had?
No, I didn't.
He
You know,
grew,
we
he
had
grew a
some.
mustache.
I will watch
He
it
grew,
later.
he grew a mustache and a top hat just for you.
Okay, so it's a makeover for the boat after Mari said that something went wrong with that boat.
Yes, Mari said he was not very handsome, so we gave him a facelift.
Yeah, that's a great news. Thank you. Bye bye. So, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us here. I don't know where it's Zafir. He was here, but then he was gone. I'm sure he will come eventually. So let's try to find him. Zafir, can you hear me? Zafir, where are you?
Hello, is this live?
Yo, where are you?
I'm not sure how all this live technology stuff works. So I'm now in the field. We are looking for the Belive birthday. So we did hear Monique sing us happy birthday earlier, which was pretty amazing. But as they say, it's not a birthday if there's no cake. And we were promised that there will be cake. So we went around the Belive offices, the office complex, and we found, first of all, we found Daniel, which is pretty amazing to find here. And we found the Belive cake.
Whoa. Okay.
And we are lighting the Belive birthday fireworks as we speak. Yay! Yay!
Happy birthday, Belive! Happy birthday! Woo! Let's celebrate!
So we're coming back for celebrations. Be with you in a minute.
So we are here back. Oh, just let's make sure that the kitchen is not.
It'll be okay.
It will be okay. It will be okay. So thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. We have all the team here, and we want to have like 1 hour of telling you our story, how we begin, what are the next steps, what are we doing, how was that year. We really can't even imagine or believe it was just 1 year. It was a January that still, of course, like keep going. We found so many great people, so many great friendships with our users, with people we found. We established the best team in the world. We found people from all over the world, from Ukraine, from Philippines, from States, of course, from all over the world, really. And we are so grateful working with the team and having our users, you. So let's pick somebody to join us.
So what are we actually going to do here? We're going to introduce this people from the team, right?
Right.
Okay, who should go first?
Irene, you want to join us?
Okay, we have Irene ready. Are we controlling this?
Yeah. Who's producing? How we are using that?
I'm
tool?
bringing Irene up. I hope I'm the only one. Hello!
Yay! Hello! Oh my God! Good morning from the Philippines.
Good morning and good evening. It's now almost midnight here.
I know. Can we have some cake?
Of course, cake for everybody. You will get. Are you bringing cake?
Yeah, I'm bringing the cake.
Okay, Daniel is bringing some cake and making sure that we didn't burn the whole kitchen down while he's doing it, which is a good idea. Of course, we're the only people here at this hour, so hopefully we don't burn everything. How are you, Irene? Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm actually. So it's 4:36 a.m. here. I had to wake up like 30 minutes so I can like put makeup on and stuff. And I had actually a nightmare so I've been worried about the Belive conference because it's like a whole shebang, and I'm worried some things are gonna like screw up. And I had a nightmare that Rashid, hi Rashid. So Rashid is also one of our teammates. He's actually doing a lot of stuff right now, and I had a dream that he's hosting the show instead of Jeff, and Jerry Seinfeld is the guest. So I'm like, no, what's happening? So it's so funny, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys for
I would love
this
to
day.
see Rashid interviewing Jerry Seinfeld for a record. Then I bought some cake. We have a beautiful chocolate cake, which you can all see and enjoy. And everyone, of course, everyone is invited to the Belive offices anytime tonight to get cake.
It's not so far away, we are sure. So, viewers, where are you? We will love to know where are you from. So if you can comment where are you from currently, we will love to know who's joining us. So please comment.
Yeah, well, Mark, hi, Mark. So glad to see Mark in the bio. He's also part of the team. You should join us.
Hey, Mark.
He really will. So, Irene, I think that that is the time to share some stories from behind the scene about you, about how you get involved with Belive, how you met us.
Okay, sure. Actually, that's a really interesting story, at least I think for me. So I really, first, I just want to thank our viewers, for everything, for the team, for the viewers, for making this Belive birthday conference possible, especially to Jeff, and who I'm sure has still lots of pots of coffee right now. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. It's so amazing to finally see it happen. So how did I get involved with Belive? Actually, Danielle and Safir are sitting in their office right now. So almost a year ago, we met in the same office where they are right now, and we've been doing tests, broadcast. I believe it was around November. So right around Belive's birthday also. So it was amazing. At that time, I had no idea that I will be a part of the team. So, because I'm also working in another startup in the same office. So it's amazing how things work. And I'm actually feeling kind of out of breath because there's so many things I want to share. So anyway, so what I'm doing with Belive right now is doing two of my main favorite things. And I think two of my main skill sets, which is marketing and customer service. And the theme that we actually wanted to share with you about this broadcast is how going the extra mile actually builds a great community, because there's so many things that we're actually doing for our users, even the little things, and we're really proud of that. And I think because of that, we're able to build a really great community, as you can see.
Right.
So yeah.
I think that you've just mentioned the first rule. The first rule is having the best contact you can with your users. We start with a great support team. That now I think it's the time for introduce them. So let's bring them one by one. We start with Lara. Lara was joining the team last November. So she's working at the company for something like a year ago. I have to share with you, once Lara started working with us, she had a lot of work. It was crazy days, those days. And then we mark ourselves that the users will be always the first place for us. And that's why, as a startup, in the first day, we thought it would be a great idea to have someone that will be dedicated supporting the users. And then Lara came. And after Lara, we brought Inga. And Inga was the second supporter, and then Daria, and then Sveta. Currently, we have 4 supporters. We have support 24 hours a day, 7 days. So once you are contacting us via email, messenger, those girls are answering you. So please be nice. We know that some of the times you're not impatient, but we are all humans, and we have to keep ourselves. So that's basically the story about the support. So after we established the support team, we thought it would be a great idea bringing Irene for the extra mile, and that is the topic we'll cover at that show.
So if any of you are still here from a year ago, that remember when we were very hands deep with everybody, watching all of your broadcasts and doing. Daniel gave countless personal demos. If you were using Belive around October, November, December last year, you probably got a personal demo from Daniel or one of the team. That was like one of the best parts of getting started, getting to know our users face to face, and having this product of live video where we can actually like see your faces, see who you are, know that you're there, and get to know you through your broadcast, and to grow with you on this journey of the live broadcasting. That was like the most amazing experience we could hope for. Should we rotate a bit more around the team?
Yeah, I think so. So Lara, before you're leaving us, we love to hear from you a story about working with us, working remotely. You're located in Ukraine, we're located in Israel. Basically, it's the same time zone, so it's the same time here. But that is the only thing that's same between Ukraine and Israel. So we will love hearing your feedback, your thoughts, and how is it?
So Belive. I'm here, right?
Right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I'm really happy to work with Belive, and I think it's one of the best working experience ever had, because like I've had quite several like student jobs, but like Belive is everything you can thought about and everything you can dream about. Daniel and staff are like totally fabulous, and when Iran just like joined us, supporting get even more easy and nice. So I'm one of the person that is cannot see behind the Facebook page or the emails, but we are always there to support you. To be honest, I joined Belive quite randomly. I just saw it somewhere, an advertisement, and I get a job there. But I'm super happy that I did, because it's one of the best choices I train, but I'm also traveling quite a lot. So that's the best opportunities this job gives. We can be like in Portugal, like or somewhere in Germany, like that is we are still there supporting you, giving you some advices and some tips. And every Daniel asks me when I'm going to try and trip to Oasis and to join them in the office and to be working from the office. So guys, wait for me. I'll come eventually.
We'll save you some cake.
Thank you.
Okay, your audio was a little cutting off there at the end, but thanks for being with us and telling us this, and thank you so much for all you do for the team. And Irene will say goodbye for you for a moment. We'll keep people in.
I think that Inga, you're next. Prepare yourself.
So let's do a little bit of magic here and get some more people in. And introducing Inga.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yeah, so it will be like a short story about Inga before she will introduce herself. So Inga, as I told you before, was the second support team that joined us. She's Lara's friend before. And once she joined us, she brings a happiness spirit to the team. She's always smiling. She's always like having a crazy story to share with you. And every week, once we're having our weekly support team calls, Inga will have the best story to share with you. So Inga, I'm sure it will be easy for you. So just share with us one story about your experience working in Belive.
Okay, so it was a bit random decision for me because I was just sitting at university and Lara sent me a link like, do you want to work with me in some company in Israel? I was like, okay, why not? So I just joined. I had a call with Daniel and everything was super okay for me. So since March, I think, it's like more than half a year, I'm working here and I'm enjoying it a lot. I like talking to you guys, join you on your broadcast and have a lot of fun here. I even get a lot of followers from Belivers like on my Instagram. So if you want, you can always subscribe on my page, follow me, put some likes, and I will follow you back, and we'll have a lot of fun together. I'm doing a lot of crazy stories on my Insta, so you will like them.
So it was a short story, but it's telling everything about Belive. We are a huge family all around the world. That we have our users, our teammates, but we all together. We all together, and our users know when they need to reach us, when they need something, we will be there for them. We'll fix that. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's difficult for us, for them, but we will solve it. We are 100% transparency with our users. We are telling everything we have on our hands, and we'll do everything we can for making that great work always.
Yeah, thank you so much. I enjoy it a lot. Like, you can contact us whenever you want. Like, we're always here for you, and we're glad to help you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. And yes, you can see that we're like a big global team, not just the Belive team, but Belive and the community. And if you've been watching all this day, we had people from all over the world switching seats every 10 minutes. It was so amazing to see this come together. And big kudos to Daniel, who initiated the idea and executed it of the Belive conference.
And thanks, of course, for Zafir, that is 10 fingers, create everything we are pressing, clicking, switching, starting, everything. Everything you have in front of your fingers was coding by Zafir before. So great kudos to the best team in the world. And it's just amazing working with everybody here. So who's next?
Daria?
Daria!
Daria, 3, 2, 1, you're coming up. Get ready. Hello, I don't think we can hear you.
Hello.
Can we hear you?
Daria, can you
Daria,
hear us?
can you hear us? No, I can't hear you. Please contact Belive support at the Facebook page, and they will be helping you shortly. And meanwhile, let's see. Okay, Inga might bring you back later, but thank you for now. And I see that we have the wonderful Mark Gelleth here with us. 3, 2, 1, you're coming up.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey! Hello. Good evening.
Yes, good.
What? Yeah, what time is
Afternoon.
it for you? Where are you?
It's 10 till 2 o'clock.
All the way West Coast.
That's right.
Nice.
West Coast is the best coast.
We have the Mediterranean coast.
Yeah, that's right. That's a pretty good coast, or so I hear. How are
Yeah,
you guys?
we would have shown you, but it's so late at night here. You can't see anything.
You guys look pretty good for it being, almost, 1 a.m.?
Well, it's been a lot of energy. I've been here all day watching everything, making sure everything's ticking along. It was actually very beautiful to see this come together from the technical side. I'm not sure people appreciate everything that's been going on here today, that every single person that you've seen presenting on today's conference was a proper Belive host with a full hosting platform. They could add their photos, show the comments. They had full control over the Belive TV conference for those 10 minutes. And that's, I think, unprecedented in the world, that to have such a long broadcast managed by so many people around the world in real time, live. And of course, big kudos to Jeff, who I think is having possibly a very long bathroom break right now. We gave him the hour, told him the team is taking over, we know what we're doing, don't worry about it. And he's taking a rest. Maybe he's looking at us. Oh, look who's here.
Probably some coffee, too. Probably some coffee.
Please get some rest.
So, Mark, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Trying to get some sleep, as you guys know, and I think a lot of people here know. Just my daughter, newborn daughter, is now 15 days old. So, yeah, very. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks. Sleepless nights, obviously. Everything that goes along with having a new baby. So, trying to get back into the swing of that. Our son is 20 months, so it's been a little while since we had to go through this, but trying to balance being a new parent again, and then doing work from home. It's been an interesting balancing act over the last 2 weeks, to say the least. But no, it's been good. Appreciate you guys having me as part of the team here, and hopefully I've been able to add some value. And definitely love what Belive is doing. Makes it very, very easy to go live on Facebook, create a professionally produced broadcast, and do it with the technology that you already have on your desk. So you don't have to go out and buy anything else, which I think is really, really cool. And, kudos to you guys for building a great platform. I've been in the live video space, for the last several years now. And, I've seen a lot of platforms come and go, but, definitely I think Belive has that staying power. And I think, it'll be awesome to see what happens over the next couple months and next year. So I'm super excited for it.
Thank you very much.
Right, and we can share at that moment that we have lots of new things that will start rolling in the upcoming year and in the upcoming months. So of course, stay tuned for that. Mark, as you were mentioning, you have lots of experience in the live ecosystem, and especially in the live platforms. So we love hearing from you. What you found so uniqueness while using Belive? Why you started using Belive?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, it was the ability to just the ease of use. It's not like I had to learn a brand new platform. I played around with like OBS and Wirecast and some of those things, and they're good tools, but there's a learning curve involved with both of those. With Belive, you guys have made it so simple to go live, connect your Belive account to your Facebook page, connect your camera and your microphone, your audio device, and go live. Like, it's really as simple as kind of a 1, 2, 3 step process. And, I think that's what I found so, appealing, about the product is, if I wanted to do something last minute, I could literally go to my Belive account, set up a broadcast and go. If it doesn't have to be something that I plan out and I have a set and all of this stuff. It definitely has that ease of use factor, which I think is key. And then, secondly, just the engagement that it gives you. The first time I saw the comments on screen, I was like, wow, that's a game changer, because it really does give you the element of being able to connect with your audience in a real, authentic way.
Right.
Anybody can use this platform. It could be, Joel Comm, talking head that, that does live video. He's really good on camera. It could be, someone new starting out, digital marketer. It could be an athlete that wants to create their own live video show to connect with their fans. How cool would that be if you're a favorite athlete? I love football. I'm here in, the Pacific Northwest. So the Seahawks, how cool would that be if Russell Wilson all of a sudden popped on and started doing a live broadcast on Belive? And then he's like, hey, I want to invite all my fans to pop in. And he randomly picked people out of the crowd and sent them a link just to join in. You don't have to have a Belive account to be a guest on a Belive show, which I think is really key. You don't have to download anything. You can simply go live from the browser, which I think is, really a game changer as well, because it allows anybody the ability to be part of it. And it gives them that little bit of a taste, so they know, oh, wow, this is a really cool platform. Maybe I should go sign up for my own account, and it's sort of a sales tool in and of itself. So I think that's really smart as well. So bravo.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mark. Thank you. Currently, we'll take Irene back to the broadcast. And Mark, if you can, stay with us, and we'll pick you in a couple of minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Irene, join us.
Irene coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So back to Irene's story. Something like 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, I think it was. We had 9 interns here. 9 interns that came from United States. They were helping us in the marketing and social areas. And then we asked Mari to have like a short call with them to explain them what is so important on social. What are the most important things you should take care of? And then Marie was mentioning the customer support care and how much is important to the users, how much is important to have the next level of support, not just the technical support, not just answering the users and giving them like the solutions. The customer care, to care about your customers, to care about your users, to take that extra mile. So Irene, we'd love to hear from you. What is customer support care from your view of point?
Okay, so I've actually worked so my first job after graduation, I was a customer service agent. So like for 3 years. And it's so amazing that I was able to use those skills to be able to help Belive users. And so I've worked with a lot of companies also since then. That was a long time ago. And I'm amazed by how Belive is like the core. Of course, it's technology. Like you can't have all of this without technology. But at the same time, the core of Belive is actually its customer. So point of view, from everything what I've seen, from what Danielle and Safirs that have done, like every little detail, it's always like comes back to customer. So like even the Belive conference right now, like even the little details, like when you type boom and a happy birthday, those like little details make the customer, our users, feel more part of the birthday conference, even if they're not hosting or even if they're just watching. So those are just the little things that the Belive team does in order to make sure that we prioritize our customers and our users and make them feel special in even the little ways. So, and as you know, we also have the customer support, and we're also going the next level. Besides like just providing technical support, we want to make sure that people also have all the resources that they need to make their broadcast better every time. So we have the Belivers group, and if needed, I call our users and answer all the questions that they have and make sure that they have everything they need to make a decision, even if they're not a Belive user yet. Because sometimes some people need to like have all the information that they need before they sign up. So like I make sure to call them and give them all the information that they need in order to make a decision. You know what? I'm going to sign up for Belive. So it's always a pleasant experience with our users when you call them on the phone because it's like they're not just a user, they're kind of a part of your team basically. And as you know, we have our moderators, and they've also become a very, very important part of our team and helping our users. So basically, that's from my point of view. And I hope that's not a very long answer.
Very good answer. Thank you very much. And you're right, we definitely do take all those things into care. Like the way I view your role in the team is basically our ambassador, because just at some point we realized that there are not enough hours in the day to keep maintain those personal connections so strongly, and we didn't want that to fade away. We've seen many startups start like as 2 people in a room and grow into a huge company and completely lose touch with the user base just because they don't have time. And having you keep that going for us, it's been really amazing and really great to see that the users appreciate you. The users see what you're doing for them and how you're helping them succeed. And that's been really, really great to see. And like you said about this conference, we can share a bit about our thinking, some behind-the-scene details. So it was important for us that this is not just a very long show, that this is really a conference, a way for the community to have this one big event to be around. So we developed all these little features to keep people with that feeling that they are part of an ongoing conference. That's why you're seeing all these head bubbles floating all over your screen. I need a lot more screen space. I don't know which direction it should be going. But you have all these little heads. And when programming Belive, my favorite part is the animations, like doing all these little things. Like I can spend whole days just making it just right. So if you see anything like a pixel out of place, let me know. Middle of the night, I'll take care of it. And those little heads, making them move in a nice and natural way, that was a lot of fun to do. And it's there to give you that feeling that you're not just sitting alone at the room hosting a broadcast, or you're not just lying in bed and watching a broadcast alone. You're with the Belive community, watching the Belive community make this conference and share this wonderful content. We kept hearing and seeing in the comments all day long that how wonderful it is to have such good short content that we can use immediately. And basically, by this time, if you're watching the Belive conference all day long, you have so much new knowledge in your brain about how to be this live broadcaster. I really want to see how the community takes this knowledge and incorporates it back into their broadcasts and makes more beautiful Belive broadcasts. That would be the greatest result of this conference, to see that this knowledge was shared for the benefit of everyone. And how are we doing in the comments? How is everyone doing? Should we try bringing Daria back?
Yeah, so
Daria, maybe you have sound now. Let's see.
Let's see. And here, who's watching us right now? If you can please comment when you start using Belive. What was the month? If you know exactly, it would be great. If no, so when did you start using Belive? Daria, how are you?
Hello, I'm able to hear me.
You talk with the support, or you think that by yourself?
I supported myself, and I'm able to hear you, and you're able to hear me. Hello, guys.
So, Daria, as we ask all the other teammates, we love to hear from you, from your experience working as that support team. One story about your experience working with us, working with the users, whatever you choose to.
It's hard to choose one story. However, my favorite one is usually about when he thanks us and when we get these warm messages. I was not expected that people can be so kind to, let's say, they don't see our faces, they don't see that we are sometimes real human beings, but they are so kind to us, and all the warm words we hear about our work. It's the best, I think, about this job. From the customer side and from the company side, of course, it's, I think girls mentioned a lot so far. And I think being flexible, being really close between each other in the team, this is what it is. This is what makes this work so nice to do and so pleasant to do.
That's great. I mean, we have here Stephen Healy. Stephen Healy is commenting October 15.
October 15. Stephen Healy OG, yeah.
Stephen is one of our first users. Stephen was using Belive before we had Belive. I mean, before we created the platform, Stephen was start using us, and of course created
the first free Udemy course about Belive was published before Belive existed, for sure.
Stephen, we are so grateful to know such kind of a person you are, and we are thankful for your help from the beginning, since day one, since you recognize that there is a great platform out there, and you find that it's fit the things you are looking to have, and then you start using us. And we've been knowing you better since then, but once you start using us, it was like a magic for us, and I hope as well for you. So I want you to talk what happened 1 year ago, why we are mentioning that day, why his Belive birthday is on 16th of October.
However,
I thought it's a secret.
It's a secret, but I think we can share it.
Okay, we like sharing. Let's share.
We are in the good mood.
We are in the
We show
sharing.
them 100% transparency, so maybe we'll share it. So we'll share it. That's okay. So 1 year ago, like Zachary was mentioning before, I had a demo with Ani Mamura, and then after we had a great demo, so in the end of the demo, he was asking if that's okay. So we'll put like a screenshot of the demo in one group that we have. Long story short, that group is the mastermind group that Joel owned on Facebook, of course. 4,000 crazy people. The only things they want to do is live broadcasting all day long. So once that post was public, since then, everything was changing. And since then, we found the best community in the world. And we are so grateful knowing you and being in relationships with you. And I think that conference, it's the best way to say thanks to our community. Because now it's the power of the community. It's not me, it's not Zachary, it's not anyone. It's all about you. It's all about our users. That currently we have something like thousands of broadcasts per day, something like around. The exact number is confidential. Yeah, of course it's confidential, but around. We can share that around 1,000 broadcasts per day, and we're grateful. Nothing from that was happening if we don't have that kind of community. So thanks for the community. Thanks for the moderators that are doing a great work there. Saving that family from other stuff and keeping the focus on the real things that are important for us. So thank you.
Thank you so much. We will also send you some cake. And
so what's next? What do you think? Let's have Irene and Mark together with us.
Am I back on?
You should be.
Cool.
Hello, I'm back. So, quick shout out. So, yeah, I just want to have a quick shout out to our amazing moderators, especially Stephen Healy. He also did a lot of work for the conference. So, hello, guys. And also, I saw some comments there for me. So, thank you, Yvette. Thank you, John. You guys are amazing. So, thank you for staying with us.
Yeah, so we have a comment from Wade. So something we need to mention about Wade. Every morning, EST time, Wade is waking up and doing his praise using Belive every morning. Once we had like 8-10 broadcasts a day, it was like we're waiting for Wade. We're waiting for Wade to start this broadcast. It was like the time of the day that we know Wade is wake up, he will have his praise, so everything will went like we wanted it to be. So Wade, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us.
Wade also was very adamant about us adding screen sharing. Some of you think that we have been having screen sharing forever, but if you've been with Belive since the beginning, you've seen all of these features come slowly over time, sometimes quicker, sometimes it took us more time to think about how to do things in the right way, and we appreciate your patience. And Wade has been very patient with waiting for the screen sharing. So it's really amazing to see him using us still to this day for the morning prayers. Here we are at this office, and we use Slack internally. So a lot of the things that are coming up on Belive that are happening, broadcasts starting, ending, number of watchers, we always have that going in the corner of the screen. So it's always like around our lunchtime or after that, we say morning prayers with Father Wade. We know that, okay, another day is starting well. That's great. And it's something that maybe like the biggest disadvantage of the community growing so much is that we don't know each and every one of you so well anymore. both Daniel and I are people persons. People. Is that am I supposed to say people? Not sure.
Yeah.
People person.
So we're
Yeah.
people. You can see it in everything that we do and how we design the product and how we do everything. And Irene, can you give us a few more words? We're going to reconnect our camera here to try to improve connectivity a little bit.
Sure, no problem. So I also want to say hi to Tina. She's also one of our moderators. And by the way, guys, so Danielle and Tafrir, I just want to mention this because this is very important. So actually, Mark is the guy behind like all the goodies that you're going to get for today. So we're giving 50 live domains and also the Archon products, which I hope I can win, but I don't think team members are allowed to win those things. So he's the guy who made it all possible. So we should come and boom for Mark.
Well, no, it was my pleasure. You know, when I thought about you know, the different companies that really would work well on the Belive birthday celebration, you know, the .live domain names came to mind because there are so many users of the Belive platform that are using .live, so kind of made sense. And then I know Aaron at Archon is a Belive user, so he was definitely top of mind for reaching out. I actually have 2 tripods that I use from Archon on my desk, as well as several other products. So great products, great company to work with. Aaron's a great guy, so it made a lot of sense to bring him on as a sponsor, and we appreciate both companies, both Name.com as well as Archon, providing the products today for the giveaway. So thank you so much.
And also we're getting announced. So Jeff has been announcing the .live domain, so all over since the conference started, and we're going to announce the Archon products winner at the end of the conference. So Rachel and Ross will be ending the conference at 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. and they have an amazing content, and of course they're also going to announce the winner for the Archon products. So hope you can stay tuned until then.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So we have something like 15 minutes in that show. So Irene, that question is for you. You were and you still broadcasting a lot, and we love hearing one story about an exciting moment you have during your live broadcast.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's exciting, but I actually had a funny situation, because I think Molly asked this on the Belivers group, like what's like the funny thing that happened to you while doing a live broadcast. So there, and I shared it on the Belivers group and thought it was funny. So anyway, one of the things that I try to do is make sure that it was what you said, get connected with our users. And one of these times I was invited as a guest to the Belive and 5. So hello to the Belive and 5 team in the comment section. So I was being interviewed by April Roga. And so I live actually in a very small space. Like, it's like a studio apartment where everything is there. And one time I was going live, and in order for my husband to go to the door, he will be seen by the camera, and he doesn't want to interrupt the live broadcast. So he had to crawl under the camera so that he wouldn't be seen. Only he didn't estimate it right. So he was seen getting up from crawling behind the camera to the door. So it was like all his effort was useless. So that's what I love about like being live, because there's so many surprises. But the live turned out great. So it was actually the time that I just joined the team, and I was sharing with the Belive and 5 group like how I can help them, and like things that they were they should get excited for about Belive, and also hearing about their feedback and stuff. So yeah, that was a funny, exciting moment, I guess, for me.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for sharing. Mark, it will be very hard now to bring much more funny or exciting moment. But
Well, I would say the most exciting moment for me on Belive was when I got the chance to interview Scott Stratton. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that name, but he wrote the book QR Codes Kill Kittens. Basically, sort of like this new take on marketing, and well-known keynote speaker. And he agreed to be a part of the live broadcast that I did during my employment at Rightside, and it was just a great time. He brought a lot of energy to the broadcast, and brought a lot of viewers, and we were able to get someone like him on our show that talks about branding, talks about business marketing. Was really cool. So I don't really have any I always had people walking behind me when I was at my desk, because I basically would broadcast from my desk and people would be walking by, and occasionally I get someone that popped their head up over the cubicle and like try to put their face in the in the broadcast. So that was something I had to deal with all the time. So I got, pretty good with just ignoring my surroundings and just being one with the camera. So not really anything funny per se, but definitely a really cool opportunity to chat with Scott on the Belive platform. So, and I can't believe, I just found my date, October 21st. I can't believe, I've basically been using this platform for almost a year. That's kind of crazy. I thought it'd been, less time than that.
And do you remember how you heard about Belive?
I think I heard about it from Joel, actually. So, I'm sure you've heard this. I'm sure you've heard this name a lot, Blab. There were a lot of us Blab users, right, that were looking for the next, option. We wanted a place to host our show. And, we had, I had a weekly show at Rightside on Blab, and then Blab shut down. So I'm like, well, how do we keep this going? And I think Joel mentioned to me Belive, and that's what prompted me to check it out. And I definitely remember doing many shows through Belive. So happy to have found the tool, and happy to have found you guys. It's been great working with you guys and Irene. So it's great getting to know you. So it's been awesome.
Awesome knowing you too. About Blab, it's been a real challenge at the beginning. Like their decision to shut down immediately, it really muddied the waters around the live video. We had so many people telling us that they're afraid to fall in love with us and that we'll go away. So it took us a lot of time to get people to understand that we're here to stay, and we're definitely here to stay. And everything you've seen in this past year was just like the early beginning of Belive. So stick around. It's going to get much better. I want to share a little bit about the upcoming work that we have. Of course, I should tell about what the work has been up to now. So for the past few months, myself and the team, we were very, very focused about the infrastructure and the quality. We've been hearing a lot of you telling us that you're running into problems. We did several things. One thing is that we completely completely eliminated an issue that would cause broadcast to end in the middle. It was very rare, and when we were this beta product, it was almost acceptable that sometimes, like once a month, something would happen to your broadcast without you doing it, like it would end. Well, of course, for us, it was not acceptable. We completely eliminated that. We're happy to report that if you've had that happen to you in the past, please come back to Belive. We'd love to have you back, and you'll see that things have much improved. And the other thing is that the video infrastructure itself, the way that we connect video between everybody, we completely overhaul that, and we're not finished yet. So expect to see more improvements. We're already seeing a big improvement in connectivity for people in remote areas. Our previous infrastructure was completely based in the United States. So if you were like, if your broadcast was on the East Coast and talking to someone on the East Coast, it would be amazing. If it's two people from Australia trying to talk to each other, they would run into problems just because of that geographical distance, right? But now our network is global, so everyone is connected. Every single guest and host is connected to their nearest position. So you would see a lot better latency, a lot lower latency, of course, which gives us things like eye contact and being able to laugh naturally at each other's jokes. I see you smiling, Mark. So that's like the sort of things that we pay attention to, and more connectivity for everyone, especially people in business use, enterprise use, behind firewalls, people that used to run into some troubles. It's a bit better for them right now. And connectivity at all for people who would have problems connecting to our systems. So it's been really like a few months of deep infrastructure work. We're now put most of that behind us. Of course, always improving, always looking to make things better, always tuning the system. But you'll also start seeing more of those little improvements, which on the near future, we're focusing on the things that you are currently doing to make them better and smoother and simpler to understand. One of those things you will see very, very soon, like possibly tomorrow or earlier this week. So you'll start seeing those improvements coming along very soon. And over the long term, that's like we'll keep that as surprises. But you'll see Belive keep becoming simpler. 1 second, you'll see that Belive will keep becoming even simpler, even more straightforward to understand and to explain and to know how things are going. We're going to keep making what you're already doing easier, and to keep giving you new ways to achieve better results by looking at what you're doing and listening to your feedback.
So who's joining us now? Please try to comment boom or OMG or birthday. Did I miss any word?
OMG, boom,
birthday.
Belive.
Belive.
Congrats. You can say congrats.
And congrats.
I like congrats because the Facebook app now also does this little congratsy stuff. So you have the combined effect of the app and then the fireworks. Boom, boom, boom.
Whose idea was that?
The fireworks?
The fireworks. We had like a crazy guy. He was working with us. It's Mark. It's Mark. Mark. Yeah, Mark wrote it down.
Why did you take the credit?
No, I didn't. Mark wrote it on Slack, on general Slack, and he was asking if we can add this feature, and of course we added. And we thought it's a great and cool idea to have. And I'm sure that people are loving to see the fireworks exploding there all over the screen. So we're talking something like 55 minutes currently. And
good job, Mark.
And the only things that I want to mention again, it's the contact with the users. I think that everybody is watching us currently. They are owner of businesses, SMBs, media experts, social experts, some other businesses. So the only thing that's really, really, really important is to pay attention to your users, to your customers, to know their needs. It's not just hearing their needs. It's talking with the users. It's understanding how they're using your platform, for what their own customers looking to have. And because we gain that kind of feedback, because in the beginning we spent so much time with our users on one-to-one calls, on one-to-one video calls, on better knowing them, on better knowing their needs, I think that is one of the things that really help us developing this great platform and bringing it to the kind of step we're currently in. I just want to mention that today in the conference we have more than 50 users joining us all over the world that hosting a Belive show for 10 minutes. They're experts on their own fields and they're telling their whole story. So thanks for all the users, thanks for everybody. Jeff, if you are here, so join us or just manage the broadcast. I think we are running out of time. So thanks everybody. It was and it is a great January with all of you together. Woo! So thank you very much. And we are looking forward to the next conference and to the next opportunity talking with you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for here. Take the wheel, please.
Thank you.
Jeff, who's next? Jeff.
Is Jeff around? Did anybody see Jeff?
Here's Jeff. Bye-bye.
Yes, so let's make room for Jeff.
Epic. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce our next guest. I'm going to bring up Jan, and she's going to take over the broadcast, and she's going to share some very great in-depth information. Let's bring Jan to the conference right now. There you go. How are you?
Hi, Jane Velez Mitchell here. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
And I'm here.
Thanks for joining us today. And the floor is all. That's a cute dog.
Yes, this is little Rico, and I brought little Rico on because everything that we do with Belive is to make the world a better place for all Earthlings, which includes animals. And so we are so thrilled to be able to have this technology to be able to do interviews. I do interviews around the world now with people in Europe, in other states in the United States, where they're trying to stop a bear hunt, where they're advocating and protesting against factory farming. And I also talk to that snarky vegan girl. And hopefully I can just interview her the way I always do. I'm wondering if we can get Snarky on, and we're going to get a guest going right here. There's Snarky vegan girl. Hi, Snark.
Hi.
So I'm able to talk to other activists. Donna Dennison is an activist for the vegan lifestyle. We are all about veganism, JaneUnchained.com. And what I do is I talk to people around the world about how we can use this platform to fight climate change, fight global warming, make the world a better place for animals. And Donna, I think you should shut the door because I'm hearing you.
Okay, hold on.
All right. So who's the host here? I know I'm the host, but am I talking to anybody who's from Belive? Because I think your technology is absolutely brilliant. We have done a lot of interviews with people around the world using Belive. I'm a journalist with 38 years of experience in mainstream media. And what I decided to do was use my social media following to reach people about issues that the mainstream media is not talking to them about. You do not hear on the mainstream media about the impact of animal agriculture on climate change, even though right now there's fires destroying huge swaths of California due to climate change. Hurricanes are hitting Florida, hitting Texas, devastating Puerto Rico. Nobody's talking about why. And it's because animal agriculture is devastating our planet. You know, we kill 66 billion animals every year on this planet for food. And that means we have to destroy huge swaths of forest to create basically farmland so we can grow all the crops to feed all those animals. So that is really a leading cause of habitat destruction, wildlife extinction. It's contributing to world hunger because all that food that's going to animals is not going directly to starving children. And these are the kinds of issues we're able to bring up on BeLive.tv by talking to other experts around the world, when we wouldn't be able to do that without this technology. I'd have to either be there with them or I'd have to do some kind of Skype interview, which would not be the kind of interview setting that we have here, where it looks like we're doing a regular television broadcast. What do you think, Donna?
I think it's great technology. It is so awesome to connect people from all over the world. Jane does interviews like every other day, if not more, using Belive, and she reaches a lot of people by using it. So I think it's awesome technology. It's changing the way we're able to communicate and to get our message out, and it's just awesome.
So what I'd like to say is that, you know, when the mainstream media isn't telling a story and ignoring an issue that's very important, now we as Americans, as citizens of the world, have tools like Belive TV to do an end run around the mainstream media blackout and get directly to people. Now, you might ask yourself, well, if this is true, if animal agriculture, factory farming is not only torturing billions of animals, it's not only ruining our health, processed meat is now officially cancer causing, according to the World Health Organization. Red meat likely cancer causing. Heart disease, America's leading killer, is caused by cholesterol, which is only in animal products, clogging the arteries to the heart. So it's bad for us. It's terrible for the environment. It's contributing to human world hunger, and it's torturing billions of animals. Why isn't the mainstream media talking about it? Look at the advertisers: meat, dairy, pharmaceuticals. So we were voiceless. We were absolutely voiceless until social media came along, and this has been a blessing. And we're also able to do a daily vegan cooking show, and sometimes we incorporate Belive into our daily vegan cooking show. So what I'm showing you are photographs of protesters for the various protests we cover, and what we do is we interview people who are protesting, who are trying to get the word out about factory farming and how hideous it is and how disgusting it is. Last night, I was with Moby, who is a superstar. He's a musician and a DJ and a songwriter and an animal activist. And we were at a pig vigil in downtown Los Angeles. And we were giving comfort and giving water to pigs that are bound for slaughter. And this is something that is, absolutely compelling and heartbreaking. Do you think any local media or national media was there? We do it every Sunday. We've been doing it for over a year. The media knows that we do it, and they just will not cover it. I'll give you another example. Up in San Francisco, more than 1,000 animal activists who are advocating for a peaceful, plant-based diet went into the San Francisco Ferry Building, which is a massive building, and did a die-in. All the media was informed. Do you think anybody from the media came and covered it? No. There is a mainstream media blackout on animal rights because of the advertisers. And thank God for technology like Belive that allows us to bring these stories directly to people. Right, Donna?
Right.
So Donna is mostly on Instagram. She does That Snarky Vegan Girl. I do
and Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, you're on Facebook as well. But, it's one thing being on Facebook, and we love Facebook Live, but this adds another dimension to it because while we do go live a lot of times at protests and visuals like the one last night at the pig slaughterhouse, there are people I want to talk to, leaders in this movement that I can now talk to. They're in Washington, D.C. I'm here in Los Angeles, and I can talk to them. Now, it just so happens that Snarky Vegan Girl is right in the same building downstairs. So that's why I could hear her. But I could talk to somebody, on the other side of the planet. And that's what's so fantastic about Belive TV.
And you've done it before where you've shown protests in another state through Belive, through somebody else on the other end. And it's worked out beautifully. So, more people see the activists that are at work. And I think that's really, really important to get it out there and to let the world see what people are doing and how they're fighting for some justice.
Yeah, and here's the thing. These animals cannot speak for themselves. They are sentient. They feel pain. They feel loneliness. They feel suffering. They feel anguish. But they can't say, help me. So we're using technology like BeLive.tv to speak for them. And not just to speak for them, but to speak to people who are, suffering. And who are actually brainwashed into eating a product that's terrible for them. And Donna, you do a lot talking to people about how really the key to health is to go to a plant-based diet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do a lot of promoting of veganism through food, and to show that it's certainly not boring food to be a vegan. I am by no means starving. And I am by no means bored by what I eat. And I enjoy showing the world the foods that I eat and the restaurants that are available to go to and the variety that's available. You know, and I do that a lot, all through social media, through Facebook, through Instagram, through videos. You know, because it's an old myth that being a vegan is boring in terms of the food choices, especially nowadays. I mean, it's just, there are so many choices out there. The cheeses are delicious now, the different varieties of alternative plant-based milks. There's a new product every day, and the restaurants are popping up, and it's really difficult to actually go to any restaurant, mainstream restaurant now, and not have a vegan option on the menu. So it's super easy, and I like to show that through social media because I'm able to reach, you know, far more people that way. And the technology is just getting better and better, like Belive, which I think has been around now for a year. Is it a year?
Yeah, I mean, it's
a year. We've been using it for a year.
Yeah, we've been using it for about a year, and we love it. And by the way, if you want to get more information on our lifestyle and how we really advocate a peaceful diet that's good for us, it's good for the planet, it's good for animals, go to janeunchained.com. And we have many, many stories there and videos, and they're all live. So it's not a question of, we're editing. Everything we show you is live. When you see this pig vigil from last night, you'll see that you can judge for yourself whether it's horrific and immoral or not. You can see the pigs, you can make eye contact with them, and I got to tell you that anybody who looks at that video and who looks a pig in the eye as it's going to go be slaughtered and then thinks that it's okay to eat bacon, I just don't understand. I don't understand you, and I don't understand your mentality. And, you know, so many people, when they've seen these videos that we broadcast live, they text me and they email me and they instant message me and they say, I've changed my lifestyle. I want to save myself. I want to save the planet, and I want to save these animals. And it's the 21st century. There are plenty of options. But once again, I just want to compliment BeLive.tv for offering this technology. I was a TV host for many years, but you know, you're sort of a puppet. You can't decide for yourself what you're going to talk about. The great thing about BeLive TV is that I can talk about what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about this most important subject that is being ignored by mainstream media. People who call themselves environmentalists. I mean, the first thing you should do is switch to a plant-based diet. Animal agriculture causes more methane. It is a bigger contributor to greenhouse gases than all transportation combined. That's a really inconvenient truth that Al Gore, for example, fails to mention. And why do people fail to mention it? Why does the New York Times fail to mention it? Well, because the people who are running the organizations eat meat and they don't want to have to change their habits. That's the reason why doctors were promoting cigarettes back in the 50s and 60s. They wanted to smoke and they didn't want to have to change their habits. So let's tell everybody it's okay to smoke. But we are really appreciative that BeLive.tv is here, allowing us to spread the word about the most important subject right now. What's in the news? Healthcare. If people switch to a plant-based diet, heart disease, America's leading killer, would plummet. We could afford any healthcare system we want. Nobody wants to talk about that. Every time I do a TV interview and I try to bring up the subject of actual health, I'm cut off. No. We want to talk about deductibles and single payer and Trump and Obama. No, let's talk about health for a minute. Let's talk about the fact that the leading killers in America are all preventable or reversible with dietary changes. And this is something that we can talk about on BeLive TV that I can't talk about on mainstream TV. Is that our super host, Jeff? Well, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm somebody who will keep talking until I'm silent. So tell me to be quiet.
And I just want to say really quickly, if anybody's looking for some ideas about plant-based food, you can check me out. My handle is That Snarky Vegan Girl, and you'll see some delicious food.
It was fun being here. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Wow, that was super, a very passionate talk right there, and I love that. I love how that goes. And you know what? As can't say that I'm vegan, but I am vegetarian, and I really enjoyed that talk because one thing that I have, me personally, that I have. Hey Nazim, thanks so much, all the way from Italy. So appreciate it. One thing that I have learned as a vegetarian is how much our food is affecting our energy. Meaning, if you want to live, and I love how you said, if you're a health environment and you are not taking on a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, then you're actually you're not really contributing so much to the problem. I love that because it's very bold. It's a very bold statement, and I love that because it is needed. We need to say the bold things in life, because if we don't say the bold things in life, then obviously nobody listens, nobody catches on. So I really enjoyed the passion that was coming out of that. So I appreciate it so much. So hey, I've got other people saying hello guys. Thanks so much. So listen, I've got 10 minutes here. I really want to make sure that this is very valuable for you. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Coach Nick, and I help entrepreneurs generate more sales to become freedompreneurs. Now, if you're wondering what the heck is a freedompreneur, so a freedompreneur is someone who works when they want, where they want, whenever they want, with whoever they want, doing the thing they love to do. So that mission, that passion, that product, that service, that opportunity that you know you were meant to bring out to the world in a big way, well, the Freedompreneurs Club is the place where you come to learn how to do it. So as you can see, our last guest here, she's super passionate about what she's doing it. And to me, she's a freedompreneur because she's bringing her message, she's bringing her passion and going out to the world. And now I got a nice question here. It says, Nick, what will it take for you to give up eggs and dairy? Actually, I have given up eggs. I don't eat eggs as well. And as far as dairy, nothing. Maybe just some education, some alternatives. That's it. So maybe just if I learned a little bit more, I've progressively, as far as the vegan conversation, what I have done is progressively have transmitted. So meaning transformed that part of my life. So I went from eating all completely meat. Everything was meat. And I went from there to eating just chicken. Then I went to seafood, and then I went now completely to vegetarian. I've already gave up eggs, and so maybe the cheeses are the next thing to go. So I think that I might be already down that path, but I appreciate the question very much. So I want to stay on topic though, because I did promise Belive that I would share a specific topic, which is kind of a different switch. And the switch of the topic was how to be effective during interviews. So other people are using Belive, and I want, just so you know, I want to give a big shout out to Belive, because Belive, I talked about freedompreneurship, about being able to work online, being able to travel, being able to spread your messages, being able to bring your mission out to more people. Well, Belive is creating a platform for you to have your own media. You imagine there's 2 billion people every single day. 2 billion people, unique logins onto Facebook every single day. And guess what? You have the opportunity now, like never before in history, to have your own media. So, the big media channels would run everything. Your CNNs, your Fox Newses, your NBCs, all of these big media channels, no matter where you are in the world, you have your big global media channels. But social media has given us, me and you, the average individual, to the ability to have a voice and to have your own media channel and to have discussions which impact the world in a positive way. And so what I want to share with you today is how you can begin to impact the world in a positive way by using Belive and by interviewing other people. So the way that I use Belive on my own page is I have the interviews where I invite people to come onto my show called The Inside Scoop, which I host on Belive, and I do a daily show where people come onto my show and I talk to them and about what they do. And they share how they're spreading their message, how they're spreading their word, how they're changing the planet. And we're now able to engage in a positive conversation, in a positive dialogue with this platform, Belive. But here's the key. When you're interviewing others, you also want to install your own expertise. meaning you want to be able to show what you're bringing to the table without stealing the thunder of what the other person is bringing to the table. First of all, by asking great questions. To have a great interview comes from asking great questions. And the way that you ask great questions is you get into the mind of your audience. Ask yourself, what would my audience want to know? What will be beneficial for my audience? And ask your guest those questions. So again, some people had asked me great questions. Nick, what would it take for you to go vegan? Hey, what would it do? What would it take for you to, to transform even further? This is a great question. So as an interview host, using the Belive platform, interviewing others, but you want to set yourself up as the expert as well, so that so people get interested in your products and your services and your mission and your message. You want to ask great questions. So learn about your guest a little bit. Don't just bring the guest on your show and not know anything about them. Do a little bit of background research. And the other thing is know your audience. So my general audience are entrepreneurs. My general audience are coaches, healers. My audience are people who want to spread their mission and their message. They want to change the planet in a positive way. These are the people that are connected with me every single day on my social media page as I use the Belive platform to create more audience. So who do I bring onto the show are people who are going to bring positive messages, going to help the entrepreneur, the healer, the online, the freedompreneur, the person who wants to work more online. So asking great questions sets you up. Then you got to know your audience, and your questions should be related for your audience. It's not just for you, but it's for your audience. So know your audience. So I ask questions that will be beneficial so that my audience can take notes and get applicable knowledge that they can use back in their own lives and businesses. So first thing, right? Ask great questions. And I love Michael. Michael just said, Michael Miller, thank you so much. He says the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Right. That's a great way to just break it down for you. And then dive deep. Dive deep with your guests, okay? Second thing is know your audience and make sure your questions are relevant for your audience. So if my audience is entrepreneurs, right, people who are going to business online, then I'm going to ask entrepreneurial type questions. Well, tell me, how does that affect our business? How does that generate more sales? So let's say I'm interviewing a life coach who's talking about happiness. I may say, well, how does happiness actually translate into more sales? So I'm always tying it back to the entrepreneur. And then the third aspect that I want to give you before they kick me off and my time is done here is I want to share with you that install a little bit of your own answers to provide yourself as an expert. Meaning when you say something, just install a little bit, like someone's talking about happiness. Like for instance, our last guest here was talking about becoming a vegan. I started this interview off by my own journey of becoming a vegetarian. And because I become a vegetarian, you see how I tied in their knowledge into what I do. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get your host talking, your guest talking, and then you tie in a little bit of your own expertise. So thank you so much, Belive, for giving me this opportunity to share. Thank you so much for providing a platform for us to connect and to create positive things. And thank you so much for having me as a guest. I so appreciate it. I will see you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. Nick, that was fantastic. Some great points. And I'm going to be talking about similar stuff, but here, I love the ask great questions. Know your audience. I run a podcast up here in Vancouver, Canada. I'm a money mentor. That's been my long time, last 20 years I've spent as a financial advisor. That is currently my regular day job. And what I've learned in asking questions and actually having conversations with people is you know, I sit in front of people all the time and talk to them about their lives, their money, what they want to accomplish. And all of that stems into your point of asking great questions. In order for me to really dig in on what people want to do, I need to get into their camp. And you only can do that by asking them questions. It's not about me, it's about them. And I think one of the tweaks I've done in doing the podcast has really been to get to know and understand my guest's genius. So if I switch gears now from the money mentoring camp into hosting a podcast, when I have people on, I do some research ahead of time just to get to know them. I'm a little bit different in that I want my entire podcast to be about the guest, and I'm looking to attract listeners that want to have a deeper dive on those people than just what they do, because they may get that from another podcast, or they may go to a person's website and get what they do. I want to sort of get behind and really dig into what inspired that person to have this zone of genius that they're in. So what I like to do ahead of time is do a little bit of research on them, and then I like to find a nugget, something that they've said or something on their website that speaks to who they are, and I'll typically start off my interview with them with that. So if I were to give an example, I had a guest on, Todd Talbot. He's quite famous up here in Canada, but I started it off with something he wrote on his website, and he didn't know until about halfway through that it was something he wrote, but he had put down, I've always had a special relationship with my dad and relate to him newly through my kids. I will drop everything for them. This is a role I will never give up. Watching my son and daughter grow up and experience life overwhelms me with a joy that cannot be replaced and cannot be captured in words. And when I got halfway through that, he clued in that it was his, and the emotion began for him. And it allowed us to get really connected to who Todd was and start a journey, for a podcast where we talked for an hour about who he is and where, what has taken him to the place he is today. And that for me is the great joy of sitting down with people. So that would, I guess, would be the first part, is on the podcast or when I'm interviewing on Belive, when I have 20 minutes with somebody, it's first to get into their camp, understand their genius, but hit them with something that resonates with them deeply so that we can have a deeper conversation. So I would call that using their words, getting their words and starting a conversation with that. Then, of course, throughout the show, you want to focus on them. It's not about, when I'm sitting down talking to people, either in my day job of looking after finances or on a podcast or on Belive, it's not about me, it's about them. And so the more I can get a guest talking about what they do and interject how I'm reacting to it, that just makes the time fly by. And I believe it engages the audience because they're getting a deeper understanding of who that person is. And my hope is they're joining the show or listening in, not because they want to hear me talk, but because they're interested in what the guest has to say. And so the more I can get a guest talking about who they are and what drives them, the better the podcast is, or the better the interview is. And here's what's great is that as you focus on them, you want to hear things that they're saying. And so you want to ask a question that maybe is inspired by something that they say. So if you're really present and listening to your guest, you will have questions come up that you can just both go back and forth on. You can actually start a conversation with them, because in most cases, a lot of these people that you're interviewing, they've been asked the 20 questions that most people are going to ask them. And they maybe have these canned answers that come out of them because they've answered that same question so many times. But if you can get them talking deeper about something and start asking them questions that dig deeper, you really start to hear what they really think. And you get them, maybe you get them a little bit uncomfortable to some degree, but that's when you get the nuggets out of them. That's when you get the real interesting stuff. And if you're listening, you will have an opinion perhaps on what they say. And you might say something that drives them a little further into what you're talking about. So, first of all, find out what their zone of genius is, get some of their own words, and use that to start off your interview, and then, you know, ask and listen. Really just start listening and be present with your guests. Don't worry about, you know, what other people are posting or anything like that that's going on. Really get present with your guest and focus on them. And I guess for my last point is, it's all about them. You know, my view is the show is not about me. It's really about the guest. And that's my focus all the time. I'm going to look and see if there's been any questions here. Yeah, Jeff Adams added after Nick that there's so much knowledge today. I don't know if anybody out there has been watching this today. I've watched a fair amount of our guests on, and it has been great. Earlier, before our last guest, Nick, who had talked about asking great questions, knowing your audience, what they're after when you're interviewing, which are points that I also agree with, was somebody talking. They were actually sharing about being a vegan. And I know for me, as I listened to that and listened to her speak about that, my own thoughts started to come up, and I had questions that I wanted to ask. And that's what having guests on is all about, is being able to have an interaction with them. And that's where I focus. That's where I really focus all of my time when I'm interviewing people. If you want to have any of our podcasts, if you want to have a listen to what I'm talking about, you can look for us at the Bloom Living Podcast. We have great episodes there where you can actually hear how I conduct the podcast. If you go to our Facebook page for Bloom Strategies, there's some Belive that we've done on there, and it's the same thing where I'm looking to really make the guest comfortable, really focus in on their genius, and then, you know, right now I've spent 10 minutes talking. I'm already tired of listening to myself. And that's really where I get to on all my shows. I don't want to be, when I listen back to the show, I don't want to be listening to me. I want to be listening to my guests and getting those nuggets from them. And it's a great learning opportunity. I mean, I can't tell you how much I've learned from having the guests on the show and just generating a conversation with them. It's not a 20 questions. It's a conversation with them and having a real deep dive on what they're great at, because I'm probably not great in that field. So it's an opportunity for me to actually learn, and nothing like being present in the moment with them. And that's where your greatest questions, in my view, will come up, because you're actually live interacting. I mean, imagine this. You're sitting there with a guest and all you can think about is the next question you're going to ask. How much are you really paying attention to what they have to say? Whereas if you can be present in the moment and really listen for what they're saying, you're going to have a question. It's going to spark something in you, or you're going to have an aha moment that you can share back to them, and that will get them talking again about what excites them about what they do. That's it. I'm pretty much done with my view, and I don't know who our next person is. Ian Anderson.
Hi, Thomas. How you doing?
I'm awesome. I'm supposed to hand this off to you, so I'm going to give you, Ian Anderson, a great Bloom Living handoff. What do you do, Ian?
Well, I'm based in the UK. I run a social media tools blog called Seriously Social. So live video tools, social media tools is kind of my kind of thing. So I really enjoy that. And it's interesting.
Is that what you're going to be talking about today?
Well, no, we're going to talk about evergreen, making live video evergreen. But I kind of found it interesting what you were saying about, you know, when you're on your own doing a show. I'm used to doing a show with a guest, with a co-host, and when you're on your own, it's a lot more. The pressure is on, isn't it?
Yeah, there's yeah, it can be for sure, because you're feeling like, what if this goes all awry on me?
Exactly. Well, thanks, Thomas. It's been great to talk to you.
Thank you, Ian. I'm actually going to stand by and listen to your broadcast, because I'm very interested in what your topic is, and I wish you all the best. And thank you to Belive. Everybody have a great day.
Great. Well, thanks, Thomas. And it's so exciting to be here. This is really cool for me, because I have to admit I am a bit of a geek, hopefully with some social skills anyway. And I'm totally in love with Belive. I think it's a great tool. In fact, I think one of the things about Belive is they almost make it too easy. And I'm one of these people that likes to probably overcomplicate things. So I'd love to hear from you just in the comments. If you like to overcomplicate things, just let me know. I'm not the only one, because I'm sure I'm not. So yeah, today in this session, I'm going to be talking about, let's see if I can get this up, how to turn live videos into powerful pieces of evergreen content. So yeah, my name's Ian Anderson Gray. I'm based in Manchester in the UK. And as I just said, I have a blog called Seriously Social, and that's at iag.me. And my particular focus is social media tools and live video tools. And my passion really is to try and help people become more productive with their time on social media, and also to make it easy for people, because the problem is with social media and live video, it can be quite complicated, and that's one of the things I love about Belive. It just makes it really, really easy. So great. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. Jeff says me too. I'm not the only one that makes things too complicated. But in a sense, you know, Belive, what Belive does is it makes something that actually is really quite complicated. You know, I mean, all the kind of Facebook Live behind the scenes, the API, all this kind of stuff, which I'm not going to talk about, and making that easy for people just to get their message out there to your audience. And that's ultimately what live video, one of the most powerful things about live video is the fact that all of us have a message, all of us have a story to tell. And now we don't have to have this really expensive equipment. We can broadcast our thoughts to our audience. And not just that, it's not just a one-way communication thing. So I'm looking at the comments here. You can talk to me, I can talk to you, I can bring people in, and that's fantastic. So, right, I'm just going to get straight into things. So, yeah, if you've got any tips yourself, so this is not just me sharing my value and my tips. Obviously, I'm going to be doing that, but if you've got any thoughts on how to make live video evergreen, I'd love to hear from you. So just, you know, don't be shy, put your thoughts in the comments. So yeah, I think the first thing I wanted to say is, you know, with live video, we obviously focus on the live part. You know, it's live video, but do remember that there are probably far more people going to be watching afterwards the replay. So don't forget them. So you wanting to, right from the start, you wanting to make this video into a piece of evergreen content, a piece of content that's going to last for a long time. So as I'm sure lots of people have been saying today, you know, the first people to watch your live video are not going to be live viewers. It's going to be the replay viewers. So address them first. Say, hi, thanks so much for joining us, for watching the replay, and then go straight into what you're going to talk about, so that you're just aware of people's time. You're getting straight into that. So yeah, just focus on the replay viewers at the start. That's really, really important. And I know it's tempting to kind of like get into the comments and welcome people as they come in. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but do focus on the value, focus on the replay viewers as well as the live. So, right, okay, so the next thing I was going to talk about is, what was the next one? So yes, number 3 is more people will watch the replay than the live, so do remember them. Right, so the next one is, remember that most people, and I would like to hear from you if you are one of these people, who watches videos silently. Okay, there must be at least all of you here probably watch videos silently to begin with, just to see whether it is something that you want to watch. So do remember that right from the start. You know, one of the things that you can do is to upload the captions after you go live. So once the live video, once you've broadcasted via Belive or whatever platform you're using, you can then go and switch on the automatic, Facebook actually will automatically generate captions for you. It doesn't always get it right, but it's pretty good. So do check that out, because that means that when people watch the replay later on, they will see the captions straight away. Now, the bit of a tip, if you want to use a premium service such as rev.com, they charge about, I think it's $1 a minute for the transcription service. They will actually give you this SRT file that you can upload to Facebook. If your broadcast is, say, 40 minutes, why not just, get the first 5 minutes of the broadcast transcribed for $5, upload that, and you're getting people hopefully watching the video. You're getting them hooked. So that's something to think about. Oh, okay. So got a few people here. So like Tony says that he watches silently. Whoops. He watches silently most of the time. Sadly, I don't think you're sad. I think that's just quite usual, actually, because it depends on where you are. Right. Okay. So time is marching on. So what was the next thing I was going to say? Okay, this is a kind of an obvious one, but once you've broadcasted, the next thing, once the broadcast is ended, you can then update the title and add show notes. So if you have got the your live video transcribed, why not then just put that in the text, in the post text? You could even put timestamps. I can't speak. Timestamps. So say in 5 minutes in, you're talking about this. 7 minutes in, you're talking about this subject. So people can get to that point in the video. We've talked about this. A lot of other people have talked about repurposing. You can download the video from Facebook. You can repurpose it. You can split and mix. You can embed that on your website as well. So you can effectively turn it into a webinar or some other type of video as well. Okay, number 8, promote to your social platforms, messaging platforms, and email. Now, if you schedule your broadcast using Belive, you can always grab that link and promote to Twitter, LinkedIn, or whatever. But you can also do this after the event. So tell people to watch, that they can watch the replay and link to it. Because actually, quite often, I find that people get confused as to where the replay is. So keep promoting that. Okay. Next one, number 9, promote using Facebook ads. So although you can't boost a live video, you can't advertise a live video before, you can do it afterwards. And there's some amazing things that you can do with this. You could promote it to your current fans of your page, but other things, you could promote it to people who've watched your last live video. So say if you want to really kind of target the people who are actually really engaged with your live videos, you could promote it to people who've watched, say, 25 or 50% of your last live video. Time is marching on, so just quickly, last point, don't forget the comments. Do get to respond to the comments afterwards, as well as obviously bringing in live comments. Go back and respond to comments after the event as well. So just a few other things we've got here. I watch with sound off on Instagram, but a lot with sound on for Facebook, so that's cool. So I think that's it. I think that's my 10 minutes. So that's very exciting. Let me know what you think, guys, if you've got any other tips. So who have we got now? Is it Stephen?
We're still in the UK, Ian.
I know, this is great. It's very late for us, isn't it?
It is. It's
past our bedtime.
10 past 11.
I don't know.
Fortunately, my co-hosts are actually in Australia and the USA, so all is good.
You're used to this. I'd have to say thank you for your really helpful walkthrough video. That was really good.
Thank you.
So thank you. So yeah, so I suppose it's over to you. What are you going to be talking about?
I'm going to find out in a minute.
Excellent.
I've got it. It's on the agenda. I've got it written down. Just let me find it. And
I do the same thing. I have to write everything down, or my brain can't cope with it.
Right. It's promoting your show to increase engagement, but I'm sure we'll have a good chat. Ian, thank you. And,
thank you, Stephen.
Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Right. Now, we have an action-packed show at the moment because, now, this is going to be quite interesting. I want to say hello to Adair, Karen, Vincent, and Maryland. And I'm going to bring you up in turn. And the topic of conversation is promoting your show. So bear with me as I bring people in and out, and we get to the point and see if we can push that number of viewers watching. Let's wake everybody up. So I'm going to bring Adair and Karen, and then Vincent and Maryland. Maryland, I'll bring you up shortly.
Hey.
We have the team. Hello, Adair. Hello, Karen.
Hey, Stephen. Hello, Karen. Hey, guys. How exciting.
Well, it is. I mean, it's been quite a day. I mean, there are still incredibly 17 shows to go. So I know that Jeff is working hard behind the scenes to keep everything going. And we're here for the next 28 minutes to sort of push things along. Now, Karen, we had a fantastic chat last week about promoting your show. So what are your top tips? And then I'll come to you, Adair.
Well, you know what? I think that my top tip is to be very organized, is to make your outline, make your checklist, decide, you know, where you're starting and what you're going to do next, and then what are you going to do after that, and what are you going to do after that, so that you have a process in place. And I think when you have a process in place, I don't know about you guys, I just feel so much calmer. If I am trying to pull pieces from all over the place, forget it. So, you know, that's what's really, for me, the most important part is write it down what you're going to do. And now with the new agenda thing that you can save agenda features, oh my God, it's so exciting.
It is. It's a game changer. Adair, welcome.
Thank you, Stephen. And Karen, I caught that show. That was actually the replay, and I was blown away. When Stephen said, you and I are on together, I'm going, oh my God, my prayers have been answered.
Have fun. Fun.
Such an honor. So I actually thinking about, in terms of promoting your show, as really one of the things that I'm really pushing at the moment is collaboration. And because we're all about building community and getting people together. I talk about little pods of people to start with, so micro-influencing, and then working it out from there. So being organised is absolutely critical. Yes, I still need to do a lot of work around that. But I also think engaging other people, helping each other promote our shows, exactly what's happening here on Belive for the first birthday celebration, is a remarkable strategy that we could all get better at doing, because we don't work in isolation. None of us work in isolation.
No, we don't. We work best when we work as a team, don't we?
Absolutely, for sure.
And talking of teams, somebody I've spoken to before is Maryland, and I'm going to bring Maryland into the show. I'm going to drop down for a moment, but if you just carry on talking, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. Hey, Adair. So I don't know about you. When I go and I start to, promote my shows and part of that leveraging, you called it collaboration. Hi there.
Hi.
Hey, Marilyn. So good to see you here. We're talking about collaboration and leveraging each other. And when you bring people onto your show, regardless if they're commenting and you put their words up on the screen, people like to see their name and lights, or whether they're an actual guest on your show, when you are leveraging each other, and I don't mean me just leveraging somebody else, they are leveraging me as well. We're leveraging each other's network. And by doing that, by tagging each other and by sharing it out, it's not just who we know, it's who do we know that we want to know who they know. And that's where the magic happens.
That's great. I think that it works really well when you are connecting with people in the same line that your audience might be interested. Like in my case, I have a show. It's in Spanish. It's called En Vivo con Maryland. And what I do is I interview different people that have a story that can inspire others. So my audience usually is looking forward to that. And at the same time, these people have their businesses, or they're working on their projects, or they have their own platforms. And when we interview them and we share their story, at the same time, we're letting our audience, like you said, know more about these people and reach out to them and know who they are. And this is a form of promotion that serves both us well, because They can
Right.
share my videos, and I share their platforms, and everybody knows who is everybody when you share them. You know, it's like you expand your reach, your engagement increases too, because you bring more people to your show or to your broadcast that didn't know about you, but they come because they want to hear who you're interviewing and they know this person. And that started a new relationship with the things that we do, just asking questions and talking to different people.
That's just so true. I mean, I agree with you 100% about that. Adair, I know you believe that as well.
The internet connection just dropped. It feels like we are truly down under the backwoods sometimes, but it just completely cut out. So I did miss the bulk of that conversation. So just keep talking. I'll say whatever you said. Whatever you have said is no doubt brilliant. And and I can see Roy is here. Roy's great. I've had many conversations with Roy. What did he say? Who do you know that you should know, or that I should know?
Yeah, and again, what you're saying, Marilyn, is so important, because after the show too, we, tell people what to do. And that is my big bugaboo about when we do social media. We throw all this amazing content out there, and then we do not tell people what to do after they've consumed this amazing content. And we're talking specifically about Belive, which of course we are, and about this amazing live stream capability that we have. Tell them what to do. Tell them to share your show in the middle of your show. And I say it's a shameless plug. Tell people where to go. Look at your mobile device. Look at your tablet. Look at your desktop. Go click that share button. We will love you forever, because that's what we want you to do. And even after the show, tell them at the end of the show, are you here on replay? Tell us you're here on replay. And then go and comment, because when we comment and we respond to the stuff that people are saying on our shows, we just have told them, we know you're important. We're paying attention to you. We like you. We want you to come back. So important.
Yes, and that's why it's also important to remind people to stay connected, not just to share the video, but also follow the page. If you have a blog or a website, insert the links. If you have something at the moment that is important that the people know, just share it. Like you said, it's a shameless plug. That's your show. That's your platform, right? Advertise yourself, promote yourself, and have the people that are reaching out to you in that moment, either live or during the replay, to know more about how to connect with you. Use the agenda as much as you can to remind you of these things, because sometimes we are so involved in the show that we forget what are we going to say, or what is the link that we're going to share. Just get yourself prepared ahead of the time. Be ready with everything that you need and put it in the screen out there, And like you said at the beginning, people love the feature of having their comments show the screen. That's one of the first things that attracted me to Belive, to be honest. When I saw the first transmission, it was April Roga. She was awesome. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be on one of those shows that people can leave comments on and I can share. What do you guys think about that feature?
Oh my God, I think it's probably the most important feature of this platform that we have. And one of the things that I do, hey, April's on, is that I take those comments that are on the screen and I create memes along with the content that I just created and put their name onto these social media images. So now not only were they in the show, but now I've got graphics that represent them and comments that continue to promote the show long after, as I like to say, ad nauseum, long after the show is done, and it keeps those numbers growing and growing and growing. Adair, I know you agree.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it is a little bit of, like you said, getting organized at the front end and also work at the back end, but putting in that effort is absolutely worth it. Every second of effort that you put in. And I think that recognition that that people get, and I know when I had a shout out from Mari Smith on her show, and I kind of nearly died with delight. But no, I shared that everywhere. So it was so doing that for people.
Yeah,
it is exactly the point.
Yes. Wow.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And sharing each other's sharing with, I think also sharing without expectation of it in return, because people see you showing up, people see you sharing their staff.
I think we are frozen, or some of us are frozen. Maybe it's Adair. Is Adair frozen? But she's right. I mean, I'm sure that you would agree, Marilyn, that in fact, by highlighting people and by then working the back end afterwards, that makes a huge, huge difference.
Repurposing the content, repurposing, resharing. Sometimes we have so many good videos from maybe months ago that we did, and we forget to revisit them, to reshare them, to remind our audience that these videos are there, because you know how it is. The news feed goes so fast. Every day is new content. So we need to remember that we have to reshare those videos too, to repurpose them once again, to remind people about that great content, that show that they missed a few months ago. It's very important.
And Ian, the guy, he was on just before us. He was talking about boosting posts. That's a whole nother arena. I mean, yeah, we can go down the rabbit hole. So I throw that out as well. Boosting. What do you do after the show that creates and continues the engagement?
I want to say something, Harvey. Steven. Hi.
Right, before you get to that, Marilyn, what I'm going to do is bring Adair back in a moment, but I'm going to drop down, and Vincent's been waiting patiently, so I'm going to bring Vincent on screen, and then if you continue answering Karen's question. This is juggling. I mean, I'm trying my best. If I get it wrong, forgive me.
You're doing awesome, Stephen. You're doing awesome. Hey, April, I see you. I miss you too. It's so much fun. This is another functionality of this. We can actually see the comments. Hey, Vincent.
Hello, ladies.
How are you?
Hearing all your comments. This is brilliant. What a day. An incredible day. And
I know.
It's really been eye-opening for me seeing all of the presenters such as yourselves. It's very humbling, and it's really inspiring as well.
So how are you getting engagement on your shows? Any tips?
What I like to do is to use a photo album during my show to kind of help tell a story. So it's great looking at the mugs of everybody, the faces, but it's also nice to utilize a photo album for a story. So in line with how I promote the show, I like to make that photo album with the assistance of the guests upcoming, and then I'll add my own and use that as promotion leading up to the show, so people can kind of look through that photo album and get a sense of what sort of stories we may be talking about.
That's such a good idea, because normally I put the photos in there and I'm wishing nobody could see them until I go to use them for a show. But you actually have taken what I would have considered a negative and made it a positive. I'm going to do that. Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's like a pre-promotion without actually saying anything.
I think it also helps me guide the show, and I know more about the guests through seeing the photos. Like I had Stephen on as a guest a couple weeks ago, and he had a photo of him with Stonehenge in there. And I knew that we were going to talk about his proximity to living near Stonehenge and some of the photos from his town. So it kind of helped engage me to my guests prior to us going live.
I think it's great. Marilyn, do you use featured images in your show? Do you go to your photos?
Yes, I usually do my show on the talk show format, so that will give me the option to do all those nice things in the screen. But I do share my pictures only on the show. I never thought about that idea of using it as a pre-promotion. Thank you for that. That's something that I might consider. But I do have them on a private album that I use just for the show. And that's basically all I do, because I create like slides with my branding on it and all the bells and whistles. So I usually have it there in private just for the show. But it's a great idea.
I like that. And another thing that I do is I have one of my featured images that I always have sitting there. That's how I actually start my show. I start behind a picture. So the very first thing that shows up on my show is a solo image of my logo. It's a graphic that's created, and we just put it up there. I talk behind it as if I'm like a narrator or something. It's me, and then I come in as a solo, so that it sort of sets the show. There's some continuity, and also it's a great thing to have if you want to edit the show afterwards, to be able to go grab that one picture, because normally we all look like this. Right. So to be able to find at least one thing, and I do that by having that frame just in case. So that works for me as well.
One tip about the frame is be mindful about the amount of text that you put on that frame, because then when you want to boost the video, you're going to have trouble with Facebook not allowing it because of the amount of text in the screen.
Totally agree with that. I wasn't referring to the frame. I was referring actually to a graphic that sits in my...
that's what I mean. I'm sorry, the graphic. Yes, the graphic.
Yeah, as long as it's a picture or something of that nature. So yeah, that's a Facebook thing. Definitely.
Yeah, and a Facebook thing to add on, if I may, and I think it might have been, I'm not sure who did this first, David Burrows, or maybe I saw Stephen Healy doing this, where your Facebook cover photo, the wide one, being able to throw in a couple pictures that are part of the photo album with some interesting looking text to use as my Facebook cover a couple of days leading up to the show. And that actually is sort of the first slide that I show as the show goes live.
That's a great tip. Again, use the real estate that we're given for free. I mean, our banners are free. Our everything. I mean, we're fortunate. We can complain all we want about how come Facebook does this or how come they do that, but it's basically a free platform. And to be able to use the real estate that we're given, which is what you're saying, Vincent, that's great tip. I'm going to try that too.
I'm glad I had a couple of great tips for you, ladies, and people watching. Again, this is what a great way that we're all learning how to promote whatever our passion and our business is. We're able to internationally, talk about all of this. And if I may, one other comment about, I think it's really interesting for people to see that we have international guests on, because we have our home base here. In my case, it's in Northern Colorado. I've had David from Canada on. I've had Stephen from near Wiltshire. I've had a guitar player from Romania lining up something with Australia. So I think it adds a lot of interest when people see. I would love to do something with South America. That's an area that I'm looking at as well. So I think that's pretty fun.
Talk to each other.
Regarding this,
you're based in...
I was going to say before I go, first of all, I'm very, very, very happy to be sharing this moment with you guys, and especially you, Stephen. It's the first time that I actually talk to you like this.
I have some good news. Jeff told me a moment ago that we've got 5 extra minutes. So
nice.
No need to rush. We've got 5 extra minutes, and we'll bring Karen back.
If you want to bring on the original crew, I'm happy to watch from the lobby. I really appreciated the time you've had me on, Stephen, if you'd like to do that.
Well, I'll drop you down for the moment. Stay in the lobby, and
okay.
I'll bring everybody back before the end, definitely. But we've got another 10 minutes to go, or 15 minutes. Okay, Victor, thank you. And bring Karen back.
And she's back. I love this.
We are, in fact, multilingual, aren't we, Marilyn? Because a lot of your broadcasts are actually in Spanish.
Yes. My show is in Spanish. That's my main audience. And you know what? I joined Belive in February, so it was still in the process. So I was one of the beta testers. And for the Hispanic community, I was one of the first live streamers using Belive, which it created a lot of interest around the platform because everybody wanted to know how I was able to do that. Right. And now I see, more people using it, which is awesome. I'm so happy that I was able to be a trendsetter within my community. And one of the things that I have learned through this process using Belive is that you have sometimes to be flexible when it comes to the show and how you run it, because technology sometimes fails, right? And we all have those.
No.
So be patient. But I wanted to say before I forget, one of the recommendations that I want to give people who are starting doing live stream, don't give up. It doesn't go well at the beginning. And another thing is, be flexible with your topics. Sometimes it is important to talk about the trending topics in social media, and that will give you a boost in your engagement if it's something that people are at the moment talking about. I call it the hot topics. I just recently did a live stream, I believe last week, and I was talking about something that it was trending and it was important. And my live stream got over 22,000 views. So it is important to be on top of the things that are happening currently in the world, the people that are talking about, and see if it's something of interest to your audience and bring it up and make a discussion about it. It's always important.
Oh yeah, so important. And then make sure you keyword it and make sure you put the right description in it so that if people are looking for that hot topic, they're going to find you. We know that video shows up first in search engines.
Yes.
And so if you take this video, even if you were to download it, I actually like to embed the show because you get the numbers keep going up. But if you keyword it and people are looking for it, your video is going to show up at the top of the search. I mean, why not take advantage of that? So powerful stuff that you're saying, Marilyn.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay, just a message from Adair. Adair is in Adelaide in Australia, and they don't yet have the same access to the internet that we have, and she's having problems with her internet connection. So I'm hoping that Adair will make it back. In the meantime, I think we are locked to Belive.tv, don't we? And I'm going to bring Vincent back because he's started something. I mean, you all have. Maryland, Karen, and Vincent, you're all plotting your own paths using Belive.tv and being successful at it. And I bow to you all in that. And I'd just like to hear your thoughts about Belive.tv as we continue the show.
Okay. Marilyn, do you want to start on your thoughts about Belive TV?
Belive TV has been a game changer for my social media presence. It's been a wonderful, wonderful tool. And I believe this is the future of digital television. I believe that what we are doing, we are opening a path for a bigger and brighter future when it comes to digital television, when it comes to doing shows. I mean, we all have this tool at our hands that we can create shows, that we can do live streaming, that we can be at the moment when action is happening. So we should be able to use it to our advantage, not only to promote ourselves, but also for creating social good, to impact other people, to create social awareness about things that are happening. There's so many things we can do with this. My show is focused on inspiring people, on sharing education, on helping people share their stories. What do you guys do with your shows is also creating a new path for your audience, for your market. So use these tools the best that you can and keep on with it, because every day there's something new happening. So don't get left behind. Be on this boat and be part of the trending new generation that's going to change the television as we knew it since we started doing this.
And it's already changing. I mean, I've been talking about people need to go get themselves a Fire Stick, an Amazon Fire Stick, plug it into their TV, because they can download the free Facebook app right onto their TV and watch us live when we're doing our shows right on their television. So that is sort of like that bridge coming from our mobile devices or our computers. Now people can sit in the comfort of their living room and watch us as if they were watching. It is exactly as if they're watching a television show. And there we are. And that is, to me, the coolest of all cool things. I am directing my traffic to go there, sit on your couch at night, make, me a favorite, and then go watch the show. It's very, very cool. I think, I've been streaming since the early 90s. And we didn't have this ability. You couldn't just pick up your phone and click a button and then you went live. You couldn't go on be live. I mean, it has been, as you said, a game changer, because you can have multiple people on with you at the same time. You can put people's comments up on the screen and engage with them. You can create agendas. You can share your screen. You can share photos. It is a game changer. Yes, there are lots of platforms out there, but this is the one I have chosen to use because it has everything. And when I say, but wait, there's more. I mean, it's so many things that are part of this platform. So I'm a diehard Belive fan. I mean, Die hard.
And I wanted to, as an addendum to that, those are all really fantastic points, and it's very inspiring hearing like-minded people, because when you wake, I know you know this, but you wake up in the morning and you're doing a live show, there's an extra boost to your whole being when I started out, it's an interesting, I was in community radio for 7-8 years where it was live, so there was that excitement, and that excitement never went away. Like my 200th show was as exciting as the 5th show. It was that really exciting being live, but you didn't know who was listening. It could have been 5 people, it could have been 1 million people. It's probably closer to 5, obviously, but and then I went into doing some television for the school district, and we did this show, but it wasn't live, but it was video. This combines them and gives you a sense, like you said, of who is watching, and they can comment. So it's taking it up like 10 notches, what we're doing here. And the fact that we can support each other, and we are trailblazers, and it does come, I think April made a comment, it does come with a responsibility. And what's really exciting about that is every person that I've connected with on Belive, including you ladies, is there's such a positivity and a wanting to improve other people's lives, and in doing so, we improve our own lives.
Absolutely, because we're creating relationships. This is about creating relationships. I don't think there's any business out there that cannot survive without relationships. I don't think that there are communities out there that do not survive without relationships. And we are creating relationships in a way that cannot be done anywhere else. It's face to face. You have the capability of attracting and connecting with millions of people. I mean, when I wrap my head around that, regardless of whether I have, 10,000 watching a show or 500 watching a show, I have the potential, if I do this right and if I play it right, millions of people. And why would I not want to create a relationship with as many people as I can? Guys, I'm going to check out. I want to thank you. This is so much fun to be here with you. I've been wanting to meet you, Marilyn, for quite a while. So it's great to meet you. Vincent, the same thing. Thank you. You guys have a great day, and happy birthday, Belive.
Thank you, Marilyn, as well.
Bye. I'm going to go too, guys.
Thanks for having me on, Stephen, and everybody. It's been quite the treat.
Right. Okay, we do have, we've got 5 minutes to fill.
Oh, wonderful. We can fill it. I wanted, may I comment to April? April made a comment. May I make a brief comment to that?
Oh, yes, surely. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll go back to it. There it is.
She mentioned about how I hope that never goes away for me, because nervous is such an interesting word, because there's a mixture of many, many things that go into that. There's excitement, there's fear, there's uncertainty. In most of the cases, the connection's very, very good, which is incredible. There's a responsibility. There's all of these things go into that comment of being nervous. If I don't feel nervous, I'm going to realize that I haven't planned well for the show. It's almost like the more I plan for the show, more excited I am for the show, the more nervous I feel. So that's a great comment that someone is in tune with how to do a show as April would make that comment. That's very telling, because Marilyn, for you, how does that feel when you start a show?
It's the same way. It's like every day that you get in front of that camera, you get that nervousness, that excitement, because you never know what's going to happen. It's a live show. You don't know how things are going to go, but it's part of that excitement of going there and doing something new every time. Doesn't matter how many shows you have done, the techie part you're taking care of, but what's going to happen during that interview? How's that going to affect and engage your audience? It's always a surprise.
Yeah, April's quite right here. If you don't get a buzz before you go live, then you're not doing something quite right. I just want to go back to Laura's comment, which is breathing into that nervousness and transforms it into excitement, which I think sort of brings everything together. And we have waiting in the wings pretty soon, Sandra Centurino, who is excited already. So that's a good sign. Sandra, have a great show. And Michael wishes Belive TV happy birthday, as do we all. And I think we've effectively caught up. I'm waiting to hear from our producer. And right, okay. And Jeff is saying Sandra has arrived, so we can stay on schedule. I think we're running, but right, okay. Now, what are your plans for your future shows?
Are you?
Yeah, to both of you. Sorry. What are you planning to do between now and Christmas, say?
Well, I'll go ahead. I'm very excited to start talking to community that's helping out some Native Americans up in Canada. The very intense situation where they're trying to bring music up to the Indigenous up in Northern Canada, and some very intense living situations up there. So I'm going to be talking to ongoing with them for the next couple months. So that's going to be very profound for me to tap into that. So that's big on my plate.
And Maryland, what are your plans?
Well, one of the things that I want to do is do more sponsor content on my show. So I'm working towards that, because you know what? There's something that we can't forget. There's a potential to monetize your shows, right? And not only engage with your audience, but also make some money. So that's one of the things that I'm working on right now, and continue helping people through my show, continue doing new things, going along with what Belive brings to the table, and keep having fun.
That's the key. This is so much fun doing live video, because you get to meet so many people from all around the world, all of whom, I mean, I haven't met anybody on live video who's grumpy. We're all happy people most of the time. And talking of happy people, I can see Sandra Centorino dancing away in the lobby, waiting to come on the air. This is magical. And Bridgetti's saying some great tips shared for Belive Turns 1. I think we've seen some fantastic shows today. I mean, there are 17 still to go. Wish Jeff well in this final 4-hour stretch, and wish everybody a good show, especially Sandra. And I've learned something today. I've learned lots of things. It's going to take a week to go through today's shows on the replay and discover all the fantastic things that were said. One idea that I'm taking on board is the idea of a 5-day challenge. So I'm here to announce here and now that there will be a Belive in 5-day video challenge coming to a Belive TV show near you pretty soon. So we've all got takeaways from today. I think the broad thing is that the wide range of topics that have been covered. Yeah. Did any of you see Molly's show earlier?
I did not.
Right. Okay. Well, Molly is a performer par excellence, and
Awesome.
yeah. Right. Okay. And I'm seeing things twice now. It's getting late in the UK. It's quarter to midnight. Right. Well, I'm still waiting. Oh, wait a minute. Just let me check the comments and see what. Right. Okay. And we are about to go. Vincent, I'd like to say thank you for joining us today.
Appreciate it very much.
Look forward to working together in the last quarter of the year. Maryland, thank you. Gracias.
Thank you for having me. Gracias, amigos.
Gracias. No hay de qué.
Mañana.
Bye-bye. Adios.
Bye. Okay. I'll see you both again soon. And to everybody who's watched the show, thank you very much. And I'm waiting now for the next person to arrive. And I think the next person, there you are. That's magical. Hello, Sandra.
How are you?
I'm good. I mean, it's been a great day, and I know you're going to continue with that. I wish you a fantastic show.
I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it. That's what I'm going to do, Stephen. I'm going to bring it. And I'm actually live on Instagram right now to try to bring some more people over to the party. It's a party, right? Is it a party?
It's definitely a party. Your multitasking blows me away.
Yeah. You say party, you say party, I say party. That's what we're gonna have right now.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy the show. I'll see you again soon. Bye.
All right. Hey everyone, I am Sandra Centorino Live right here. I am so excited to be here. I'm hoping Daniel is in the house because I brought a little gift. Did anyone bring gifts today? I brought a gift. You know how much I love props, right? So it's actually more of a message than a gift. And I'm hoping Daniel's tuning in, or maybe he's taking a nap. I don't know. It's been a long, exciting day. So I have a gift for Daniel and all the people at Belive and this amazing community that I call my family here. I actually call them the Livelies. And I'm going to open up the gift. Should I open up the gift? Who wants me to open up the gift? You guys, if you want to party with me, then you should be making some comments and sharing this out saying, open the gift. I might just keep you in suspense and hold it for a while. Comment, open the gift. Tell me that you're here and do it. Open the gift. I'm going to wait and build up a little bit more suspense for the gift. Open the gift. Are you all screaming? All right. I'm going to open the gift and then I'm going to get into my message for you today because I'm very excited to be here. So, all right, I'm going to open it. I can't tease you that long. So I'm going to open the gift. This is a gift, and it has a little message inside that I hand printed because you know I'm into notes and messages. A message for Belive. Happy birthday, Belive. This is from me, and that's a big kiss for all of you guys. And I love Belive. Did you think I'd leave the props out? I have a whole room here waiting. I wish I had more than 10 minutes. But I wanted to start with that message. Belive and everything about Belive has been a gift in my life and in my business over this past year. So I'm going to get right into it. I hope that you will share this out. I hope that you'll tag a friend, hashtag you're it. All you have to do is just @ and your friend's name, and they will literally pop into, I call it the playground. That's what it has to be, right? Because playgrounds are fun. So if you share it and you tag a friend, do that right in the comments, and I will see it. You'll score some extra points for sharing, right, Daniel? All right. So I'm going to get into the content. I'm going to get into the story. I love to tell stories, and I love to help people. So what better place than Belive.tv? And I've been here probably, I think the whole year. Time flies, right? So tonight I am going to chat with you. Did you guess? Could you guess? The power of positive energy in live video. People, I am not on anything. And I don't drink coffee. I am blessed with a gift. My family, I don't know if they think it's a gift, but I am blessed with something called positive energy. And I am using that gift now in society, in my business, and everything I do. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that story. And we're going to talk about how positive energy and live video, they are a damn good mix. All right. And I'm going to tell you why. So I am Sandra Centorino. I'm the owner and creator of Say It International. Say It International is a benefit corporation. That's just another entity who has a mission in their business to give back and contribute to society, the community, the environment. And we do just that. Our business actually was a little backwards, if you might say. We began with our give back part of our business or mission first, and then the business kind of took off. And I'm going to tell you how that happened. My daughters and I, several years ago, started this movement called Say It Forward. And you'll make me really happy if all of you comment now in the sidelines, hashtag Say It Forward. All right. That's what I'm going to tell you to comment, because it's going to get people excited, right? They're going to say, what the heck is Say It Forward? So comment now, hashtag Say It Forward. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and how you can get involved in it. So we started a mission several years ago, my daughters and I, called Say It Forward. We decided that we wanted to cause positive disruptions because there's so much negative everywhere around us, everywhere we turn, negative. And we were tired of it. So we are not the average person, because the average person might just say, whatever, I just won't watch the news. Not us. We took our words, our precious words, and wrote them on slips of paper and started handing them out. And we started this mission that became my passion, that became my life, that became why I wake up every day. And we noticed firsthand, we witnessed from strangers at a coffee shop, you made my day. They looked up into my face and said, you made my day, whoever you are, crazy lady. They didn't call me that, but they said, you made my day. And so we knew we were onto something. So this was sort of the base of our business. We thought it was. And then it kind of changed. And so our business ended up taking a turn into teaching social media. And I'm going to hold up that gift again because I teach people in business, teachers, coaches, small business owners, to take our precious gifts, our talents. Some of us have them buried deep inside. Some of us might not even think they are gifts or talents and, oh, big deal, we're not going to do anything. I teach people to take those gifts and turn them into their message. And what better way to do that than live video? Hello, are you guys agreeing? Please agree. Say, hell yeah. Put your message right out on live video and make connections. I'm going to tell you how I started. So my business took a turn into teaching people, not just social media. That's sort of where I was at. Specifically, I got a heck yeah from Jeff. Thank you. You're the heck yeah, man. So my business specifically turned into teaching people in business live video because they would watch me and they'd say, like, you make it look easy. I have no idea what to do. Can you teach me? And that kind of took the business, monetary part of my business off and running. So my base is Say It Forward, everything about positivity. And my other talent is teaching people live video and how to use that message to make connections. So I'm going to bring you back. I am going to bring you back to when it all began. And my love for video began about 3 years ago when stuff started kind of booming, you know, Periscope and all that. And I started on a crazy little app called Snapchat. Oh yeah, my daughter's listening in. Both of my daughters were like, Mom, no, don't download Snapchat. You're a little too old for that. And so I am a storyteller. I am passionate. I love to inspire people. Why not press a little button with a little ghost that flies around and inspire people? So I did, right? I had nothing to lose. And it took off. It took off. And this is where my community started to build. We're going to talk about the community today and how live video and community all happened and how it grew. So I started on Snapchat, right? With an audience of 0, okay? People are watching now. There's 35. Bless you all. Please share. You're my audience. I know there's 35 of you. On Snapchat, I had 0, right? My friend Bree is in here and Kim. You all know I had 0. How does it grow? Because you are in an app being you 100%. And people make instant connections. It is gold, people. Not only Snapchat, just live video. People hear you. They can feel your message. Can you feel it right now? Can you tell I'm excited? Comment. Say, I think I can feel it through the video. Holy crap, what are you on, Sandra? Nothing. This is all natural. So my community on Snapchat began to grow organically. Have you heard a lot of people mention that today? Organically. What does that mean? I didn't buy followers. I can raise my right hand now and say, I do not have 500,000 people watching my YouTubes. I am not a viral video YouTube creator. I don't have 10,000 fans on Instagram. And I don't have thousands of people watching my Facebook Lives. I have 35. I'm really happy about that. But what I do have, I have a message. And I am a real live person that wants to get their message into the world and use that gift that I have. And it doesn't matter how many people you have. You don't have to wait until you have this built-in audience. On Snapchat, 0, okay? So I have a couple of notes. I just want to make sure I hit on everything. So what happened on Snapchat? The community grew into a family. I call them my livelies, right? I call them my livelies. People call them their tribe. I call them my livelies. What happens in this community? We make each other better. It started on Snapchat. We root for each other. We cheer for each other. We support each other no matter what anyone's doing. That's what happened with my community on Snapchat. So then what, Sandra? Then the livelies follow me over to Instagram stories, right? Hey, Instagram, I'm live on Instagram. Then they follow me onto Facebook Live because I'm there every Thursday at noon EST. I have a show. So this community started somewhere organically with 0 and now grows in other areas, right? They're all my community and they started organically with nothing. Why? Because I told my story. I used my positive energy, my stories, whatever they were. Almost every single thing I do on Snapchat and still do, unscripted, no notes. I just randomly speak. And I was making connections on Snapchat and people were commenting back in real time. So what does that do for me? What would that do for you? What does it do for you? It gives you a surge to want to do even more, right? So what happens? People start commenting, oh my God, Sandra, like so-and-so told me to watch you. And whatever you said today made my day. Whatever you said today changed my life. Like I could write a book about all the comments. And that stuff, guys, is fuel. It's fuel to keep me going and saying to myself, wow, I belong on live video because people are making connections. And what do those connections mean, that community? They collaborate with me. They hire me. They buy my products. There are endless possibilities of what happens when that community starts. Okay, do we have another person in?
Yes.
All right, I think we got someone in by mistake. Okay, so it happened on Snapchat. It started growing, okay? Then, hopefully you're listening, Daniel, because this is all for you. Then what happened one day? I took my passion. I went on live video. I started making connections. I'm not even looking at the comments, but thank you all for being here. Kim, Rose, Bree, all of you. I'm going to get like emotional. These people are community. They're gold. They're my family. I met some of them in person. And so then what happens? Then when you make these connections to this amazing community, what do? Well, I had an idea. I had this vision, right? Because I'm positivity practitioner and I live, breathe, and whatever, positivity. And so what happens? I have an idea, right? And if you don't ask, you don't get. So I started watching this platform called Belive. I'm like, and I have FOMO. So I'm like, what the heck? What is this Belive thing? And I connected to the real people behind the app. Daniel, amazing. These are hearts for Daniel. Okay, everyone at Belive, amazing. Making connections to the owners now and the team. I'm like, what the hell? I have nothing to lose. I'm reaching out to Daniel, whoever this guy is. He's in Israel. I'm like, hello, yeah, I have an idea. We had a Skype. I just blurted out my idea. He's like, what are you thinking, Sandy? And I said, I'm thinking I want to have a live show on your platform. Now, they were just in the baby stage, right? They didn't have a thing called talk show. So I said, I need you to make it possible. Like, I think they created Belive Talk Show just for me. I'm just saying. I need you to create something so I can have people come in from around the world. And they did. And we had, is this like the can? Are you guys saying like, done, 7 o'clock, I'm almost done. So Daniel created this platform. I used this platform to bring together people around the world that spread positive messages, kindness with their words and their actions. So I can't thank Daniel enough. This Belive platform has made my life better. My life has grown. I'm going to give you a call to action because I know I'm getting the axe. Are you guys ready to be like, cut, Centurino out? No, I have like 1 more minute. Okay. Jeff, you can't kick me out yet. I have a call to action.
Really have to go. We're running out of time. We're going to lose the live stream. We got one more person that comes up, and then I got to restart the stream. So we really got to wrap up right now.
So do one thing. use the hashtag Say It Forward, put your quote out on live stream, online, and Instagram, and join my community on Facebook.
You rock, Sandra. You rock. I love your energy 100%. And I wish we had more time. I know Belive is trying to keep this ball rolling. I've been watching it all day. So, Sandra, I really appreciate it. I listened to every word, and a lot of it touched my heart, especially all the natural energy starting from zero, which will carry on to and go into the next one. Sandra, it was a pleasure. And Jeff, if you stay on with me for a split second, Jeff, I just really quick, very shortly, Jeff,
yes.
you have there's a group for Belive, right? There's a group where you guys, the producers or whatever can link up together. Can you get me that link after? Because
it's really easy. It's Belivers here. Hang on.
Perfect. All right. I wasn't sure. I didn't know there was a Facebook group. So thank you, Jeff. I'll take it away from here. I'm going to shoot up my guest. I have a guest with me here, Chris McHugh. My name is Mike O'Neill from Passion Planet. That's the community that I'm building. I'm here with Chris, a good friend of mine. We go live all the time. We're trying to inspire the world to go after their dreams and goals. And, I have an agenda here, so I'm going to keep this rolling pretty quick. I'm going to hope I could get it out as soon as possible. Am I controlling, by the way, Jeff, all the things or okay, all right. I don't know how to put up just a picture. There's a picture I want to put up. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to wiggle it around. I can't get it. Where is it? Whatever. It doesn't matter. The Passion Planet picture. I just wanted to start with Mike O'Neill from New York. I'm here with, Chris.
Chris McHugh down in South Carolina. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I'm going to pull up the agenda. We're going to start with the first rule of business here. Happy birthday, Belive, right? Belive is an amazing platform. It's done so much in a short period of time. A great team, a great energy. They're really providing an amazing service that is truly making a difference in the lives of live streamers, because they're able to engage their community, which we'll go into more. But just want to say happy birthday and good job, team. All right, how Belive is helping us build, right? I mean, I'm going to touch on it real quick. Chris, if you want to add to it, please feel free to cut in. I'm going to shoot this video down. How do I get rid of it? Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, there we go. Back to just me and Chris. All right, so going into it, right? How is Belive helping us build? Well, for starters, it gives us an organized platform to engage our users, right? I mean, Chris, we've been going live now for what, a couple of weeks, really? But we've had we've had our own communities for a very long time. I mean, Passion Planet's been around for 2.5 years. We've got 250,000 followers. We got followers in groups on Instagram. Randy, what's up, brother? How are you? It's one of the members of Passion Planet. We got a lot of us. We're all over the world, which I'll go into in a little bit of detail, just a little bit of detail. What's up, Debbie? Mwah, much love to you. It's so good to see you. Lori from India, I love you too. She's everywhere. She's helping out so much. I know Lori for over a year. I talk to her every day. Now, I'm going to try to slow it down, but as you can tell, it's hard for someone like me because my brain is moving at 1,000,000 miles a second. And just as Debbie said, it's all natural. When we go live, a part of our brain is activated, right? I mean, me and Chris know this, right, Chris? I mean, this is something we've spoke about for a while.
Excited to connect to the community.
Yeah, it's like a connection to the collective consciousness, if you will. So Belive is helping in many different ways. And if you guys are just catching on, you clicked on a Facebook feed, you see this crazy person talking or this, calm person talking, Belive. This is what it's all about. Happy birthday to you. Keep it up. You guys are helping me so much organize this platform that I'm creating, which I'll go into in a second. Which that really leads me right into the next topic here, which is who are you and what is Passion Planet? So before I go into that, Chris, I just want you to give a little bit to them about what we just spoke about, because I want you to get your time to talk too, because you are an important guest of mine. So go ahead, speak what you feel.
Yeah, Mike and I met 2 years ago when I started the Tribe of One, which is basically a community-based book, primarily on Facebook, and the idea is to develop self-love and community through a forum of respect and honor for one another. Great opportunity for me during a time of transition in my life, which is pretty much every day. I met Mike. He's doing a similar thing, and the rest is history. An incredible opportunity through Facebook, and now to really bring that platform to a new level. So really excited.
And that was 2 years ago. Chris reached out to me 2 years ago and said, Mike, we got to get these leaders together before Belive was even here. We were out there developing this community because we know the community is waking up. We're waking up to the higher level of consciousness. We're connecting to the ether. We're remembering who we are. And the beauty about it is you can take your own channels, ride your own rivers, make your own journey, and enjoy that journey. You don't have to build the community, but you do have to put a stake in the ground and say, I want this. I can do this. Marlene, another one. I love you. Marlene out in Florida. Met her in Passion Planet a year and a half ago. Met her in real life. Passion Planet. What is Passion Planet, right? I'm talking about it a lot. All right. Passion Planet's an organization I created. I started. I did not, really create it. I founded it, if you will. I put the stake in the ground and said, you know what? It's time to create something greater than ourselves. It's time to make a space where people can come together, connect with each other, and support each other. No product, no service. And I got nothing against all the other, hosts that came on and guests. I love everybody finding value in what they love to do. But me personally, I work on Wall Street. I have my own business. I do not need money. I am in this to motivate you. I care about you. Self-love is the key, unconditional love. So from the beginning of this organization, my main purpose has been to create a system of chat rooms, which we've done. We have community chat, personal chat, and community content and personal. So we have 3 different segments of our organization in which we're doing the best that we can, not only to inspire, but to build a platform, right? I like to say we're building the digital landscape for the coming virtual revolution. Belive knows it. I can guarantee the CEOs of this organization know what's going on. And this is where we're headed. So, and I heard the last guest talk about, connecting with people and sharing the video. Well, guess what? This is forever. Long after we're dead, these videos will be on YouTube for someone to catch some motivation. So we might inspire the Albert Einstein 10 years, 100, 1,000 years from now from watching that videos. We just don't know. And that's the beauty about the internet. That is the beauty about what we're all doing. I watched this thing from the beginning of the show. So I want to move on. I don't want to get too caught up on Passion Planet. You want to know more about Passion Planet? Please, by all means, come to our Facebook page. Engage. We got nothing to sell. Nothing. You want this energy? Message me. I'm here. I manage value. Chris will tell you. I can be on the phone with a client. I'll pick up for my friend in India. I'll pick up for my friend in Georgia. I'll pick up for my friend in Bangladesh. I don't care. My value is in helping people. And every single human on this planet has that inner drive that I want to give back. And some people try to commingle business and these platforms, and it gets extremely difficult, right? And Lori just brought some up. She said, our motto is strength, and of course, our team, Dream Team. Our motto is we care, we share, we grow. That is our motto. If we care and we share, we grow as individuals and as a collective. Yes, Randy, there it is right there. To care, to share, to grow. It's what we stand for. So again, Passion Planet, you want to know more? I'm not here to talk about Passion Planet. We have enough to say. We're out there. Follow us. You follow Chris, his Tribe of One. We're all united. We're all together. We have a mission of unconditional love. So now moving on so I could get this platform moving on because I've got about 3 to 4 minutes. So I just want to touch really quick on engaging your audience, right? Belive allows you to engage the audience. It allows you to bring these messages in to make these individuals feel like they're part of the process. It's not a TV show where Sean Hannity or, whatever host you follow, or old school Bill O'Reilly telling you this is the message and this is what I believe. No, it allows you to give, to challenge, and to direct the conversation. So Belive, good job with creating a platform to bring these people into the video. You make them feel important, alive. You give the people that don't have the courage to put their voice out there, you give them the ability to go out there and put their point of view out there. And that's more valuable than anything I could say. Chris, real quick, we don't got too much time. You got anything you want to add to that?
I'll keep it really brief. There's the number one medicine to feeling self-love is putting yourself out there authentically and then having people love you for it. And when you do that, it gives them the inspiration to do it. And it's a snowball of motivation, self-love, a little bit of perspiration. And I just love how these comments come up and break through that third wall and get people that much closer to doing it themselves. So that's as much as I wanted to add.
You're trying to give them the courage, shine your light, right? You're not the hole, you're the light that shines through. You're not the cup, you're the water inside. Okay, it's all things we talk about. But now I want to go to my fourth and final point before I show you one hell of a surprise to show you how much of an impact we have when we go live and when we engage. And again, thank you, Belive. You fucking rock. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but screw it. I love you all. We're adults here. All right, so that said, the whole topic the whole topic of my, little segment, which 10 minutes is almost impossible for anybody that knows me. I speak too damn fast as it is. I get jacked up and I like to carry on a little bit because I want to motivate you. But I'm going to pull it in, take a deep breath like my Indian friends from India taught me. Om Shanti, take breath, focus, relax. Let's talk about the beauty of the journey in community building. I stuck a stake in the ground 2.5 years ago saying I want to build this thing. And oh my God, has it been one hell of a ride. Beating the hell out of me 24/7. People giving me their problems, their what they need. I need money. I need this. I don't care. I'm giving you love. Go and take that love and make something of it. I'm not here to make your dreams come true. I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or who to believe in or who to vote for. Shit, I'm not even here to sell anything. I'm here to tell you that if you feed off of this energy, it's real. It's alive. And we're bouncing it off each other like the brain, the neurons, the dopamine and serotonin, scrolling down your Facebook feed, seeing things you don't want, serotonin, seeing things you want, dopamine, getting happy. That's why when people go live, they have this connected. So that said, I really want to hit on enjoy the journey, right? You only live once. I could die tomorrow. Chris could die tomorrow. But guess what? If that happens, our perception of the universe is no longer here. So the universe doesn't exist. If any one of you would have dropped dead tomorrow, God bless your soul, you'll be back again, don't worry. Or you'll go to heaven, whatever, or hell, whatever the hell it is. But in the end of the day, here's the point I'm making here, is your perception of reality is reality. The act of observing collapses the wave function. Quantum physics, a whole nother discussion. So I'm enjoying the journey. I really am. I'm loving it. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody in Passion Planet, for coming in. And I got one last thing to say here, okay? Yes, just because we want to end on this, I promise. No more. I'll be 1 minute, okay? And Chris, I'm going to drop you off now. You can say goodbye. And Jeff, I want to share this image.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me. Great job.
All right, I love you, Chris. And Jeff, if you
1 minute, we got to restart the broadcast.
1 more minute. That's all I need. I promise. I'm not going to carry on. I just need 1 minute, literally. Okay. All right. This is important. This is something I'm building into. So enjoying the journey. Okay. I got something here. Look, go out and share. Whether or not you think what you're sharing is making an impact, trust me when I tell you it is. Okay. Here is a Twitter. You can't really see it, but here's a Twitter comment where Elon Musk asked the Twitter community, guys, I need my spaceship to go further than Mars. I need a new name. Passion Planet messaged him, call it the Heart of Gold. He writes back, yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite names. 3 days later, Elon Musk goes on to name the ship the Heart of Gold. You understand what I'm trying to tell you guys, and I'm going to let Jeff take this call. I wish I had more time, but I don't. Follow us. We're here. I love Belive. I love what you're doing. And don't think for 1 second that you can't make an impact. Because the people that are following you, you're better than that. You're greater than that. Thank you, everyone from Passion Planet. Thank you, everyone from Belive. Happy birthday. I'll see you next year. Take it away, Jeff.
That's awesome, man. Awesome energy. I love it when people bring the energy. And I'm losing my energy because I've been here since 7:30 a.m. and I'm still rocking this thing. But guys, real quick, we have to refresh the broadcast and start a new stream. But we're going to be right here. Brian, I know you just came up. You're up in just about 6 minutes. So I got to refresh the broadcast. We're going to be right back. I promise you it's going to be off the chain. So refresh and reshare this broadcast because we got to start it over. And we'll be right back for the Belive birthday bash.